away down to Off-Root, and Off-Root sends it forward to Luck. Luck's got a 2-on-1 into the zone. Luck dropped it back. Morelli's in, shoots. He scores! Oh, what a twisted wrister from Morelli. He made no doubt about it. Short-handed goal for the Magi. They lead 2-0.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust,
Like our convenient online banking.
along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
If your eyes could talk, they'd tell you life is better with LASIK. No more reaching for your glasses. No more dry eye from overwearing your contact lenses. Right now, Bismarck LASIK is offering free consultations for LASIK procedures. Break free from the daily hassles and expenses of glasses and contacts. Life is clearly better. Book your free consultation today with Bismarck LASIK and see the difference. Call 222-2020 or schedule online at bismarcklasik.com.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zzz, zzz?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
The North Dakota Safety Council is dedicated to preventing injuries and saving lives by offering hundreds of safety courses. The NDSC helps workers return home safely every night and make sure schools are ready for any emergency. Our first aid training and defensive driving courses help save lives. We empower people through personal protection courses and operational risk assessments for businesses. We're a private, nonprofit organization committed to making North Dakota's homes, schools, communities, workplaces, and roads the safest in the nation. Learn more at ndsc.org.
This broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Planning Team Financial, Sport Clips, Tires Plus, Bismarck LASIK, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, The Medicine Shop, Hub International Insurance, The Chuppy Clinic, and Prairie Rose Family Dentists.
Here comes Dezent, he's all alone, slam dunk.
Nice right-handed pass inside, step back, Heinert, and she gets it to go.
It's time for North Dakota high school basketball on the PSP Network.
Gross crosses over, fake the pass, flips it up, scored, and he's fouled. Oh, what a nifty move there.
Now cutting into the lane is Lundy, but Fricky does it herself. Nice move by Maggie.
Here comes William Ware. He's going to go up and two-hand slam dunk. Took off from about 6 feet out, maybe 7, and just elevated the two-handed jam.
Now, let's go to the hardwood for this matchup's pregame show on the PSP Network.
Good evening and welcome to Jim Hausler Gymnasium on the campus of Legacy High School for a PSP High School broadcast. I'm Chuck Clairmont alongside my good friend and broadcast partner Todd Domres, and tonight we've got an exciting high school basketball doubleheader. The Century Patriots and the Legacy Sabres, they'll take center stage tonight. The number 1 ranked Century girls, well, hey, they're riding a 34-game winning streak. Can the Sabres pull an upset, or will the Patriots extend their winning streak to 35 games? On the boys' side, well, hey, the Patriots, they're ranked number 1 as well on the latest basketball poll. They're coming off a phenomenal game last week, a 106-103 loss to the Demons, which may have been one of the most epic games in high school basketball history. And ultimately, they're going to take on and battle Jason Horner's squad at Legacy, who defeated the Patriots the last 4 times. So much to discuss about these 4 teams. Hey, let's start with the first game. Game number 1, the girls. TD, I bring in my broadcast partner, Todd Domres. Todd, Century's coming in at number 1, and clearly the team to beat, 34 games, as I mentioned. They're on a winning streak. But this Legacy Sabres team, they got the tools to potentially pull an upset.
Yeah, and they got the pedigree as well. I think if there's one team, Chuck, that has been in the WDA that has had Century's number, and that's saying that very lightly, right? So when we say that they've had their number in the Coach Metz days and now in the Coach Wellstead's days, Coach Jim Petrick has a system that works against the Century Patriots, and you've seen that come up in previous years, especially on this court. The Sabres have had success against Century, and there aren't a whole lot of teams in the state that you can just sit here and say they've had success against the Century Patriots. It's a very short list, and Legacy is certainly on that list.
You can go back to Legacy when they snapped the 42-game winning streak that the Patriots had from 2018 basically all the way through the following year of the 15th in 2019. That was 42 games straight. That was stopped by Legacy. So Legacy has been Century's giant killer surely in the past.
Yeah, definitely. I remember being at a game here in 2016, and Legacy won, but Century made a late 3 to still get the number 1 seed. They both had 1 loss, and so it came down to point differential, and it's been that kind of rivalry for about the last decade.
Last year, the Patriots defeated Legacy 77-70 on the 12th of January, and then they followed it up with an 18-point victory, 72-64 in February. Well, you go back 2 years ago, Century lost just 4 times the entire year. 3 times were to the Sabres, including ending their chance to get to a state tournament that year. So ultimately, this is going to be a great matchup tonight. And Todd, let's take a look at the individuals. Obviously, the teams, they're made up by the players, and both these 2 teams are loaded with some great players.
Yeah, I mean, let's start with Legacy first, Chuck. I mean, it kind of starts and ends with Alyssa Eckroth and the UMary offerer. We won't say a commit quite yet, but certainly very talented, averaging double figures. But you know, a gal we talked about a little bit before we came on the air, Chuck, was Elise Blazik, and you know, she's just kind of sprung on the scene this year. Obviously, had minutes and contributed, but man, now all of a sudden you look at most nights and she's getting you 7, 8, 9 points and 7, 8, 9 rebounds, and boy, that's the kind of kid that you really want to hang your hat on as a coach. Just have that consistent production on a night in and night out basis, and then you throw in Halen Weigel and Brina Sand is having a nice year, and so hey, but you know, Legacy's got some tools that they're athletic, they can shoot the ball well but on a night in and night out basis, I think that's probably the thing that Coach Petrick would say is we're not as consistent shooting the basketball as we would need to be successful each and every night.
Yeah, 3 big shooters, and Halen Weigel and Addison Sagasser and Alyssa Eckroth. From there, they really struggle in terms of shooting the 3, so that's one thing that might be one of the keys to the game.
Yeah, and one of the other things that jumped off the page for me, Legacy out of 10 teams in the WDA girls, last in free throw percentage. So, you know, you talk about shooting and you talk about being consistent. That is a telltale stat right there. Though when you're 10 out of 10, that's an area for improvement.
Yeah, and then off the bench for the Sabres, they'll bring Maya Berryhill, who's having a great year. She's just a sophomore, just kind of getting things. I got a feeling her name's going to be coming up more and more in that 10-player system that Coach Petrick, that he utilizes, and that both these two teams play a lot of kids. And Jim will definitely have 10 kids in probably by halftime. And Maya Berryhill's one of those that's going to get in the game. Aaliyah Selinsky, she's another one. Brooklyn Felkley, the 6'3" freshman. Todd, I can't wait for you to get a chance to see her. She definitely is she's big, strong inside, and she makes a presence in the middle. So let's go across to our left in Jim Hauser Gymnasium. Let's talk about the Century Patriots. As this Patriot team, you talk about this 34-game winning streak, number one team, ranked team in the state of North Dakota. And, after coming off last year, 26-0, undefeated season, state championship, there's so much to talk about. But obviously when you talk about Century, you surely start with Logan Nisley.
Yeah, I mean, a first-team All-Stater, leading scorer now for the Patriots again this year. But this doesn't start and end with scoring. I mean, you look at Logan, and she's leading the team in so many different categories. It's just uncanny that she produces in that fashion. The one that jumped off the page for me was, 9 rebounds a night. I mean, holy cow, Logan. I mean, her all-around game is just kind of developing right before your eyes. And so, but, hey, Century's a good team, not just because of Logan Nisley. I thought Bergen Kinnerbrew has just played phenomenally well to start the season. And then you get a gal that can put ball pressure on like Eden Fridley, and then you get another scorer, I'll say, in the lineup with Fridley as well, and the Abby Fletcher's been shooting the ball well. So, hey, man, the one thing that Century, we've talked about a couple times that we've done Century is I'm still curious when somebody has a real good post, how Century is going to handle that on the defensive side, because all these girls are 5'9", 5'10", and you know what I mean, and they're it's post defense by committee is the best way to say that. So I just want to see what happens when Century goes against a really good post, how they're going to do that on the defensive side.
Yeah, we'll see if Brooklyn Felkley can be somebody like that. She definitely is going to be on the block tonight for the Legacy Sabres. We'll take our first timeout of the pregame, and as this will be a Hub International Insurance timeout. Call Hub International Insurance today, and for all of your personal and business insurance needs, Hub International Insurance, located at 4204 Boulder Ridge Road in Northeast Bismarck. You're listening to high school basketball on the PSP Network.
This broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Planning Team Financial, Sport Clips, Tires Plus, Bismarck LASIK, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, The Medicine Shop, Hub International Insurance, The Chuppy Clinic, and Prairie Rose Family Dentists.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust,
like our convenient online banking,
along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Back at Jim Hauser Gymnasium, Chuck Clairmont and Todd Domres with the call tonight, as we've got a couple great matchups. The girls first in Legacy and Century, then the boys will be immediately following after about a 20-minute break in between. So one thing, as we dig into this game tonight, we'll kind of touch on the polls as Century comes in ranked number 1 in the state of North Dakota. West Fargo's ranked number 2, as they have been the entire season. It's been 1-2 with both those two teams. And when you look at the West Region, Century 7-0, Minot's second at 6-1. Bismarck High coming off a big victory over Minot girls on Friday. They are 5-1. Legacy's 5-2, so they sit 4th in the West Region poll. And then it goes Jamestown, Mandan, Turtle Mountain, Dickinson, and then Dickinson, Watford City, and St. Mary's are all tied at 1-6 in that girls basketball poll. Elsewhere tonight, there's one other game on tap. It'll be the Minot Majets will take on Jamestown. They're traveling over to Jamestown. That'll also be a 6 o'clock game. So just 2 games on tap on the girls' side. And then tonight, as we mentioned, it'll just be Century and Legacy. They'll have the floor, as no other basketball games in the east or in the western part of the state will be on tap. So they'll have the only game, so there'll be lots of opportunities for hopefully people across the state to take a listen to us. So Todd, as we look at these two teams and maybe some keys to the game tonight, as we, near the end of this pregame, to me, these teams play a lot of people. They both press. I got a feeling tempo might be something, as we're talking about, that's going to be really come into play in terms of who's going to win this game.
Certainly. You make a good point that both teams press. Obviously, Century is the team that really, really wants to set the tempo. And Legacy, I think, would be more the deliberate team.
Yep.
But Legacy will come up and play you, and they'll defend you, and they'll pressure you full court as well. So handling the pressure, not turning the basketball over, and giving the other team. Legacy is a good defensive team. Century, good defense team. The team that gets those easy baskets off of turnovers is going to set themselves up for a lot of success tonight. So it isn't just the turnovers. It's those turnovers that lead to catastrophic points on the other end without having your defense set up.
Then one other thing I take a look at, to me, too, is rebounding is always the key, right? It's easy. You could put that down time in and time out, but I take a look at this Patriot team. They are absolute beasts on the offensive rebound. They get so many points on turnovers and offensive rebounds and non-traditional offense, and I take a look at that to say, how does Legacy, how are they going to take care of that rebounding margin that the Patriots are so good at?
Legacy's a good rebounding team in the fact that they're a +4 on the season, but the one gal they're going to have to keep off the glass is Logan Nisley. I mean, she's averaging almost 9 rebounds, and 4 of those on a night-in and night-out basis are on the offensive side, and so she's finding a way as a player to just keep elevating her game. One of those ways that she's doing it this year, Chuck, is getting on the offensive glass, and, 4 offensive rebounds a night? I mean, come on. I mean, that just tells you the kind of player that she is.
And all these teams, I think it's just impressive that as we take a look at high school basketball in North Dakota in general, maybe a little nostalgia, Todd, in the pregame. It just feels like how things have changed in terms of girls basketball lately right now. There's so many quality teams, so many quality players. And maybe what do you attribute that to?
I mean, good coaches, good systems, good off-season routines that these coaches got in place, and just DNA, if that makes sense,
Yep.
right? Century's kind of set the bar really high, and so these other teams, but we've been so lucky in the capital city. We've had great Mandan teams. We got a great Bismarck High team this year. Legacy has won a state championship. They haven't even been a team and a program for that long, right? And so, and then you throw in Minot this year that's got a great up-and-coming WDA team, and so as a group for us that covers a lot of Bismarck and a lot of Minot, I mean, you can't get much better than that.
And then you mentioned coaches. Okay, we have a legendary coach. We can see the left of us. He's retired, 14 seasons, 310 victories, 6 state championships for the Patriots. We did like a first game of the season where we talked a little bit about head coach Nate Wellstead. But Nate Wellstead, I would say he's doing okay so far when you look at the 8-0 start. Okay, yes, it's the players somewhat, but coaches make a difference.
Oh, absolutely. And, Coach Wellstead's one of those guys that he's a quiet, kind of stern leader, if you want to call him that. He's got a certain way that he likes to see the game of basketball, and it's a little bit different than Coach Metz saw it, but obviously they've both been uber successful with obviously Coach Metz with all the accolades and the team building that he did, and now Coach Wellstead has taken a lot of those things and sprinkled a few of his new things into the program. And hey, man, 8-0, that's a pretty good start if you haven't lost as a head coach.
That's pretty good. And then you look at the Sabre side, Coach Jim Petrick. He was not here last week. Jim Petrick was in part of the COVID protocol, so Corey Frink stepped up, got his first varsity victory, and I think he's happy to pass the reins back over to one of the best coaches in North Dakota, in Jim Petrick.
Oh, yeah, and one of our favorites. I mean, Coach Petrick's always been so generous with his time, and we love talking to the guy. And you talk about having success at every stop that you've had as a head coach. I think that would define exactly what Coach Petrick has brought to the table. Winning at Shiloh, winning now at Legacy, he just does it all.
One thing too before we get to the last part of get to our last break is with both these two teams, they got a lot of underclassmen, and that's the part that seems to me that's happening more and more in North Dakota basketball is you're getting 8th graders when you look at Minot, 9th graders, sophomores, and both these two teams, they've got some very good underclassmen that are getting a lot of playing time.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you look at Legacy, they just got 3 seniors, right? Century's got a couple more, but you've got young sophomores, juniors, and freshmen in 6'3" Brooklyn Felkley, who you talked about earlier, that it's not going to take long for these gals to make and put their fingerprints on these teams. And especially those kids that just came out of middle school basketball a year ago, it takes them a good third or fourth of the season to really kind of get their feet under them. And then once they do, man, off you go.
Yeah, and then you take a look at the big stage we got going right now, as this is huge. So we're going to take a national anthem timeout. When we come back, we'll have starters for you. So you're listening to the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoo?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
This broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Planning Team Financial, Sport Clips, Tires Plus, Bismarck LASIK, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, The Medicine Shop, Hub International Insurance, The Chuppy Clinic, and Prairie Rose Family Dentists.
Welcome back to Jim Hauser Gymnasium as we're getting about ready to starters announced. And first for the visiting Patriots, they'll start like this. At one guard will be a 5'9" sophomore, Eden Fridley. At the other guard will be a 5'8" senior, Autumn Ketterling. At one forward will be a 5'11" junior, Bergen Kinnebrew. At the other forward will be a 5'9" senior, Abby Fletcher. And they call her a center, I guess. Call her every part of it, but they call her a lot of things, and most of them are unbelievable things, and that's Logan Nisley. She's a 6-foot junior, averaging 23 points, 9 rebounds, almost four steals, and almost 2.5 assists per game. That's Logan Nisley, who recently got named not only is she the Gatorade Player of the Year for girls basketball in North Dakota, she just got named Gatorade Player of the Year for girls volleyball. That's not bad.
No, that's a pretty good double-double right there.
It's a pretty good double-double, exactly, which she's so good at. So for the Patriots, as we mentioned, you got one sophomore, you got 2 juniors, and you got 2 seniors. For the Legacy Sabres, it'll be one guard, it'll be a 5'8" senior, Halen Weigel, averaging 7 points and 2 rebounds a game. Addison Sagasser will be the other guard, a 5'11" junior, or 5'8" junior. At another guard will be a 6-foot junior, Alyssa Eckroth. Brina Sand will be the other forward. She's 5'10", she's a senior, averaging 10 points a game and 6 rebounds. And then Elise Blazik, 5'10", senior, she will be in the middle doing the battling for the Legacy Sabres. So for the Sabres, you've got 3 seniors and 2 juniors. Weigel, Sagasser, Sand, Eckroth, and Blazik. And for the Patriots, Fridley, Ketterling, Kinnebrew, Fletcher, and Logan Nisley. TD, before we get the tap, any last comments?
Our good friend Cole Higland said the other night, man, if you wear shoes that are really bright, you better have game.
That's hence the guy dunked, correct? there's a lot of those going on today.
That's the first thing that jumped out for me is like, wow. Century's got a couple that just got some, light bluish something, and you got the I don't even know what color that is that Brina Sands got on.
Yeah, that's some pinkish, some salmon. I don't know what you call it. It's pretty impressive though, as you mentioned. It's about the shoes right now. That's really part of it. As we're about ready for tip-off, it'll be Sand getting the tip to Blazik, down low to Eckroth, tic-tac-toe, TD, 2-0, Legacy Sabres. And right away, the Patriots have the basketball. That full court press easily broken on the right side. Fridley has it now. She looks in the corner to Autumn Ketterling. Down low to Fletcher. Fletcher left-handed dribble drive. Going to be a little bit hip checked, I think, by Addison Sagas, so they're going to call her for the foul. Just underway, 2-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Inside, missed shot was Bergen. Kinnebrew ripped away on a rebound is Sagasser. Sands slows it down now. She's see if they call it a play. Stolen away by Fridley. Fridley down the right side. Jump stop and good. All tied up at 2.
And we mentioned that if Legacy can get that defense set, and so can Century, they're really good. But, man, if you turn it over like that and give them even easy baskets, it's going to be a long night.
Speaking of turnovers, another turnover and right back the other way. Second basket now. This one by Bergen Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew has 2. Fridley has 2. And it's 2 turnovers for the Sabres. Sabres clear everybody out. Weigel's got it now. She's guarded by Ketterling. The redhead locks flowing. Left-handed dribble handoff to Eckroth. Right down the middle. Jump stop. Off the glass. And in. Eckroth's got a chance for an N1. Foul on Logan Nisley.
That's the thing about Eckroth, Chuck, is nice size, right around 6 foot. She can shoot the 3. She's got that game, but she can also have a couple power dribbles like that and get to the rim, and is strong enough to have a finish like that.
You talked about bad free throws. Well, that one went off long, so missed free throw by Eckroth, but the rebound is long and goes right back to the Sabres. They run their motion type offense, hand off to Blazik. She's shut off. Crossover dribble back to her left, now back to her right. Finds a wide open Weigel in that right wing. 3-pointers up, and that's good for Halen Weigel.
Good relocation, and nice job by Blazik keeping the bounce alive and almost forcing that double team to come.
Speaking of double teams, here's a double team on the backside, and the officials are calling it tight already as Sand comes from behind, and they're going to get a little bit of a ticky-tack foul on Sand. If you just joined us, 7-4 already. Boy, lots of scoring early on as the Sabres, the Sabres lead the Patriots 7-4, 16-15 left in this first half. Down the right side is a driving Bergen Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew's going to get fouled by Sagasser. That's going to be 2 fouls on her. Kinnebrew, TD, I was just looking at all the stats for her. She has scored between 15 and 22 every game, so basically you roll her out on the floor, you roll her out, whatever, and it's going to be, you might as well not put 15 in the books.
Well, and that's the part of her game that is really good. Free throw shooting has been very good too, at about 85%. But when Century gets Bergen the basketball in that high post area, she's such a good ball handler and got that jab step game where she can really cause problems in that mid-high post area.
Bergen makes the second free throw, and it's 7-5. Sabres lead by 2. Break the press pretty easily that time. Weigel has it. Crossover dribble and just ripped away by Nisley. Nisley goes the other way, and she's going to be fouled immediately by Hallie Severson, who just checked into the basketball game for the Sabres.
Well, Hallie just learned a valuable lesson. Don't be a little loose with your ball handling around Logan Nisley.
And what a half-court pass from Nisley all the way down to Kinnebrew, who was fronted, and she makes the basket. 5 quick points for Bergen Kinnebrew. Another turnover. That's 4 for the Sabres. That's not a way to get this basketball game on a victory. Long 3-point attempt is no good by Nisley. Rebounded by Eckroth. Fridley's on her like a postage stamp. High pick by Blazek. Left-handed dribble now. Throws it to Weigel on the left wing. Severson down the middle. Bounced inside to Eckroth. Eckroth drop steps right on Fridley. They're going to call her for a traveling as she moved both feet. That's a turnover, number 5 for the Sabres.
You got to credit the turnover there to Eden Fridley, who came with the help and just caused that extra little pause for Eckroth to clear that help and then make a move.
7-7.
Century turns it over.
Yeah, Century turns it over on that press inside to Blazek. Nice skip pass to Weigel. She took her eyes off at TD, and they are quickly going to get close to double figures. They got 7 points and six turnovers.
Yeah, that's not a good ratio. But hey, Weigel, she just made one from about that exact same spot in the same kind of play, and she was already eyeing down the basket like, all right, this baby's going up.
Fans, tonight's game to be brought to you by the Medicine Shop of Bismarck. Proud to support local athletes. That's the Medicine Shop of Bismarck, one of our proud sponsors. Fridley down the other way. Man-to-man defense by both sides. Up high to Fridley. Now to Mattern, who just checked in for Hallie Mattern, who just checked in for Century. Nice dump down low, but missed shot by Logan Nisley, going to be rebounded by Burial, who is now in. Weigel, 3-point attempt from the opposite wing. That's an eeny-iny over. Fridley has it. She's pushing it. Turbo, we can call her that. Her dad gave us the okay. Nice bounce pass inside to Eckroth with a right-handed finger roll, but that goes off. She tracks down a rebound. Left-handed pass inside to Fridley, back out to Fridley now. Misses the long shot. That was by Delaney Clark, who missed that. Rebound by the Sabres. Eckroth, high pick by Blazek. Slowing it down now. Sand, she's guarded by Mattern. Goes on the left side. Nice spin move, left-handed layup. That's in.
Yeah, strong. Especially going to the offhand. Go to the hard to the right, get the defense to react, and then you turn and burn with the left hand.
Another turnover as tried to pass the ball past half court. Got turned over, quickly turned to the other side, and Sand, high arcing three for a three, ringing up for Brina Sand.
It's a pretty good little run there. A solo run of get a layup, get a steal, and knock down a three.
Bergen Kinderboot drives against 3 Sabres. That's going to be blocked out of bounds by Blazek. I am just so impressed. I can't say enough about Blazek, about the activity. I mean, she's got herself in way better shape than she was last year. She helps, she moves, she dribbles. She just really, you can tell she's worked in her basketball game over the summer.
Yeah, the conditioning for me, Chuck, is the thing that you mentioned. A lot of off-season work there by Blazek.
Aaliyah Selinsky's checked into the game now, as well as Brooklyn Felkley. 3-point attempt from the outside by Mattern against Felkley. Hand down, man down.
Hey, how about you, partner? The points are coming tonight, man.
No doubt.
I love it.
I love it. 3-point attempt by Mattern. Just her third on the season, as we've got a 12-10 lead on the BNC Bank scoreboard. The Legacy Sabres lead it 13-15 in the first half. Plays called, double high pick on the right side by Weigel, back to her left. Shot attempt is short. Nisley rips it down with those red shoes. You got a right-handed baseball pass down low to Fridley. Fridley steps back. 15-footer's no good. Going to be rebounded by Berryhill. She looks to push. Almost a double dribble. Left-handed pass, and Weigel was not looking as Weigel just checked in. Not Weigel, let's call it Weiler, Olivia Weiler. You know that family, TD?
No, absolutely, yep. You know, the one thing that, as watching Legacy over the years, Chuck, the one thing that strikes me is how often Jim has these kids in good defensive position. I mean, they're in a stance. You know, they're solid on a half-court defense, and that's been a staple of their team.
3-point attempt by Nisley. Ring that up on the flashlight jump shot from the right wing.
There's no defense for that quick release. I mean, they were closing out on her, and she still knocked it down from about 4 feet behind the three-point line.
Patriots down 12-7. Well, you got 2 threes in a row. Now they're up by 6. And a turnover back the other way as the Sabres number 7.
That's the thing about Nisley, Chuck. I mean, she's shooting 67% from the field. Okay, 67%. I mean, that's Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain territory. Yeah. And she's 45% from 3.
That's
I mean,
just
those are gaudy numbers.
3-point attempt by Fletcher. Fletcher, oh, boy, talk about the roll as that hit the rim out 4 times before that went in.
Shooter's touch, man. Shooter's touch. That's a quick 8-0 run for Century.
16-12. Back-to-back threes inside. Oh, missed basket by Severson. Wide open layup. Got to convert those. deep three by Abby Fletcher. Whoa! And she's fouled on the box out.
Wow,
that was way out there, TD.
That was from a different area code. That was from like the 605.
That was range I did not know Fletcher had.
From South Dakota. And Chuck, this is going to be a foul as Ketterling got dislodged as there was a rebound foul on Legacy. It's going to go on Berryhill. No, check that. It's going to go on Severson, her second.
Yes, just in the game, so she's got 2 fouls already in that right corner. Now they get out on Fletcher, and they're also out as Eckroth guarding Nisley. Nisley right down Broadway with the left hand. She misses it, going to be rebounded by Berryhill. She's going 2-on-2, the left-handed dribble, little head and shoulder fake. The underhand, scoop to the hoop and spins it in against Fletcher.
I'm writing that one down because that could be the move of the game right there, Chuck.
Wow.
I mean, that's a prayer. You're trying to draw contact. You're flipping it up from a terrible angle with the left hand, draw the foul, somehow scooch it in off the window, kiss it home for the and one.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive right there by Maya Berryhill. Big sister, I'm sure, is watching on for her. Remember her sister from last year, Ariana Berryhill, what a great career she had for the Sabres. As second, the free throw, the and one for Maya Berryhill. That kind of puts a stamp on it, right? When you get that one down, as it's 19-15, a quick turnover and back the other way, and it's going to be an and one opportunity for Brina Sand. You got to quit looking down, TD.
You know, it's just a quick double team on one pass in, and then you're playing that diamond pressure, and you come over and get a double team, and then it's the length and athleticism of Brina Sand to tip the basketball, and then Ketterling was in good position defensively, but then she went down like this, and Sand had the strength to finish it for the chance for the and one.
A good finish by Brina Sand, as we talked in the pregame, as she's having a great season, 10 points on the season. And one thing, I don't know if there's anybody who shoots a higher arc than Brina Sand, as it brings rain. Quick 8 points for her as she brings the Sabres back to a 19-18 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Back in the ball game is Ketterling for the Patriots. At right side with the pretty blue shoes is Bergen Kinnebrew. Up and under and off the glass is no good. Rebound by Eckroth, about her third of the game is Eckroth. She's got the red shoes down the lane, way outside the block. Leans into Mattern, and she knocks it in.
I'm a little surprised as how efficient these offenses have been playing, Chuck. I mean, you're going to get a foul at half court here by Blazic going for the kamikaze steal, but I kind of came into this thinking this is going to be a little bit of a defensive struggle here because there's two really good defensive teams, but man, the offense has shown brightly for me here in the first 7-8 minutes of the game.
Finally, we got a timeout. First timeout of the game. It's a Hub International Insurance timeout. The Sabres lead the Patriots 20-19 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. You're listening to high school basketball on the PSP Network.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
If your eyes could talk, they'd tell you life is better with LASIK. No more reaching for your glasses. No more dry eye from overwearing your contact lenses. Right now, Bismarck LASIK is offering free consultations for LASIK procedures. Break free from the daily hassles and expenses of glasses and contacts. Life is clearly better. Book your free consultation today with Bismarck LASIK and see the difference. Call 222-2020 or schedule online at bismarcklasik.com.
2019, the Sabres lead the Patriots, 10:35 left in the first half in the BNC Bank scoreboard. Patriots have the basketball. A little one-on-one action with Nisley. She dumps it out to Ketterling, hits the front of the rim and rolls off. Sand's pushing it. Or excuse me, that's not Sand, right? In the game is now Aaliyah Selinski. Back out to Weigel on that right wing that she loves so much. Rebound pulled away by Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew behind the back. Crossover dribble now. Now she spins to her right. She had it all in that move. And in and out, no good. Heartbreak Hotel by Kinnebrew. That was a dribbling show she put on right there, TD.
Yeah, you and I are thinking the exact same thing there, partner, is she's just got that ability to keep that bounce alive. And usually, you know, kids will dribble too much sometimes, right? But in her case, that's one of the strengths that she has, is to be able to protect that basketball and just use that bounce to continue to be able to get a player into a bad defensive position. That's exactly what she did to Eckroth right there.
Foul on Eckroth. We've mentioned her first. That's the 7th team foul, so bonus these last 10 minutes of the first half. Selinsky will come out. Segesser back in. Also in is Sand. I didn't see who else checked out. Weigel, I think it was. Or Weiler. First free throw up was good for Kinnebrew, and now she missed. And rebound put back by Logan Nisley. Nobody blocked her out.
Another offensive rebound, just like we talked about in the pregame.
Yeah, just a little spin move inside, was able to get the rebound and a quick putback. Patriots lead by 2, 9:55 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Almost tipped away by Fridley. Sabres retained possessions. I need more room, TD.
Small table we got here tonight.
No doubt. Chuck Clairmont, Todd Domres, the call with today. Also making the call tonight, we've got on the producer Nick Holberg and Will Wida, the camera operator. Will Iniani over for Sand as she attempts a long three from that right wing. Patriots are pushing. Fake crossover, step back by Kinnebrew. Now to Fletcher. Around the wheel to Fridley. Nice pass behind. Blazik didn't even see it. Bounce pass inside to Nisley. That's going to be blocked by Eckroth. Back the other way comes the Sabres, and good hustle by Fridley, the track athlete, and she knocks it out of bounds. Surely could have been a wide open layup for Segesser.
And the part that I really like, the hustle and the knock away in the defense, but that pass that Fridley just made, that's high basketball IQ right there. That was throwing a pass well before the player even made the cut.
Right on cue, as we've been talking about Elise Blazik, as Blazik gets the out of bounds play, the step back from 15, and she hits nothing but net.
That's the thing, that she's developed her range too. I mean, she's actually made three-pointers this year already, and Blazik can get it done a lot of different ways.
3-point attempt is short, but the rebound right back to Fletcher, and then we're going to see it's going to be tipped out of bounds by Blazik, but give Bergen Kinnebrew the effort there, as she's the one who got in front and caused that to not be knocked out of bounds.
It's been a good first half. I mean, just good basketball.
Yeah, lots of action. I mean, getting into the flow, not a lot of fouls. I mean, I know we've got 10 total, but that's not bad as we're halfway through the first half. Out of bounds play, tough to stop that one. Catch and shoot by Nisley, as Nisley has 7.
And just good spacing and a quick curl there by Nisley to free herself up.
Another missed shot by Berryhill. Century just looking to push every single time. Kinnebrew to Nisley. You got to guard her from there. You got to get a hand up. Too open, maybe. Missed by Nisley, and boy, Nisley came up in the passing lane and caused Sand to throw that one a riser over the top of everybody's head. So another turnover for the Sabres. 3-point attempt, left wing, Fletcher missed. Good rip rebound there by Selinsky. She's going to dribble it up. 24-22, 8:17 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Up and down call, good defense. I think that was Nisley coming over to help out.
Yeah, but hey, both teams have been locked in. They've been playing the passing lane, and that's just great help defense there by Nisley. She just completely surprised Selinsky there, and it caused the shuffle the puppies.
Fletcher will go out. In comes Delaney Clark. Left corner to Mattern, who also checked in. Ball in that left hand of State's best basketball player right now, Nisley. Nisley called a play. Back pick, layup for Eden Fridley.
I mean, this is good for Century, because when teams are guarding you closely, it doesn't work very good to flare screens and whatnot, but it works great to curl them, and that's back-to-back hoops now that Century's gotten on that attack.
Set play, Berryhill right-handed layup. Oh, she missed that one. Crotched in on that left side. Surprisingly, she's left-hander. Fridley up high now to Nisley. Now in the right corner to Mattern. If you get a hand up on her, she dribbles backwards. Kinnebrew, left side. Nisley, 3-point attempt. Hits the back of the rim. Just a little tickle as it hits it and goes in.
10 for Nisley, and boy, she has got such a quick release, Chuck, and shoots that ball with a high release and has unlimited range and a quick release. That's a lethal combination.
I didn't even look to see. I'm assuming there might be some scouts potentially here. Watching her, as I know, as it's been happening all year. Boy, that's a bad pass inside to Blazek. Another turnover on that attempted lob by the Sabres. Yeah. 29-22, sorry, Todd.
Well, and you mentioned the scouts, and obviously Lauren Ware went to a Power 5 conference and is playing big-time basketball in the Pac-10, and Logan's got the same type of opportunities, I think, developing here.
Three-point attempt by Delaney Clark, but long rebound to guess who? Nisley, three-point attempt. Yep, that one counts as well. 32-22. Patriots lead it.
Another offensive rebound, too.
Coach Petrick wants some time, full timeout. We'll take a Hub International Insurance timeout, too. Contact your local Hub agents, Leif Olson and Josh Cattell, for your personal insurance needs. BNC Make Scoreboard has it. Patriots up by 10, 32-22.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Back to pay some bills. Chuck Clairmont and Todd Domres with you as the Patriots lead the Sabres 32-22, 6:30 left in the BNC Bank scoreboard in this first half. Fans Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Tires Plus. When shopping for tires, shop Tires Plus, all brands under one roof, with the guaranteed lowest prices and their service after the sale with the Tires Plus plan. You can't go wrong with Tires Plus. Visit them online at tiresplus.com. Also tonight, game is brought to you by Chuppy Clinic of Bismarck. They offer more than just basic adjustments of the spine. Chuppy Clinic is concerned about the overall health and wellness of each patient and offer care and services to meet the greater demands of current health needs. Find them online at chuppy.com. Well, 22 all tie. TD's turned into a 32-22 lead quickly for the Patriots.
Can you say returning first team All-Stater Logan Nisley? She got hot, and I kind of drew lines about 5 minutes into the game. Logan had 3. Well, now you look up, she's got 13, and that happened in a hurry.
Quick score with her. Berryhill. Now we'll see if Coach Petrick called a play. Kind of cleared that right side. Segas are trying to drive against Ketterling. Ketterling all over her. Eckroth, who hasn't touched the basketball very much, and now she's going to be bumped by Mattern. Mattern's going to get the foul.
Hallie slaps her hands. This is part of the post defense by committee, though, because you've seen Bergen Kinnebrew guarding the post, you've seen Logan Nisley guarding the post, you've seen Hallie Mattern guarding the post. I mean, that's kind of how Century's going to get it done this year.
Just the 4th team foul for the Patriots, and now Weigel throws it to nobody. Turnover number 11.
I could read the lips of Coach Wellstead there. He had that play diagnosed off the out of bounds. He knew exactly it was going to be a double screen at the free throw line for a shooter, and Ketterling ran right through it because she knew it was coming, and Coach Wellstead was yelling it out.
The drive on the inside by Kinnebrew, crossover to the right side, off the glass and in. 8 points for Bergen Kinnebrew. Right now, there's no answer defensively for the Patriots. Weigel to Sand. Not a Berryhill. Berryhill, they're giving her the left side. I'm not sure why. She's a left-handed player. To Weiler. Weiler. Eckroth drives on the left side. Right-handed shot is no good. Off the back iron. Going to be rebounded by Nisley. She's pushing. Over to Mattern. High pick and roll. Mattern left shot, little scoop underneath, no good. Weiler pulls down that rebound. 34-22, the Patriots lead by 12. 5 minutes left in the first half, and Nisley's upset at herself as she got the passing lane. She should have caught it. Smiling at Coach Wellstead, he's saying, hey, you got to grab that. You read that one all the way.
And all of a sudden here, Chuck, Legacy, they need to have a hoop here or two to, you don't want to get down by 20 to Century. That's a long road to hoe if you're going to try to come back from that.
Coach Petrick's trying to find a lineup that works. Berryhill inside to nobody again. The riser over the top of Blazek.
That's double-figure turnovers.
12
here in the first half.
Frustrating from Coach Petrick's standpoint. They can't even get a shot up right now.
Yeah.
They haven't had a good look in about 8 possessions. Mattern looking hard inside. Now she gets it to left side to Fletcher skip pass to Bergen Kinnebrew. Nice jab step on the inside. Post move off the backside is no good, but Kinnebrew stays with it, rips down the rebound, and she's still dribbling. Back door pass to Hallie Mattern. Layup good.
That's good teamwork. Good hustle, too, by Kinnebrew. She was not in good offensive position to get her miss, but just kind of outworked the defense.
Almost a turnover by the Patriots, or excuse me, by the Sabres, and it is. Kinnebrew leaking out, right-handed layup, no good. Missed that one, and ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. Official's going to call that one that Mattern knocked it out. She is, I just love watching her. She's always smiling. She's demonstrative to TD, but when you do it with a smile on your face, the officials let it go.
You think that's got something to do with it?
I think it does. I've seen some technical fouls earlier this year by less demonstration. Eden Fridley on the 100-yard dash behind Weigel, forcing the turnover. Got to hear that coming. Fletcher.
13 turnovers in the first half.
Just, I think, probably the second turnover that I've seen for the Patriots.
Yeah, I got them as 3, so you and I are pretty close.
Yeah, they just take care of the ball. They force turnovers, 30 of them a game, and they take care of it, just 13. Baseball pass all the way down. Nisley goes up high, brings it down. Interception by the free safety, Logan Nisley. Another turnover. That's like a broken record today. 36-22. It's a 14-point lead. 3:48 left in this first half in the BNC Bank scoreboard. Eden Fridley from the right wing. That's a miss. Weigel pulls that one down. Boy, this has been a long drought right now.
Legacy's been stuck on 22. That's my favorite number, so I don't mind it, but I'm sure Legacy would love to score.
They would definitely love to score. Selinsky, she backpedals. Coach Petrick calls out a play. Fridley jump pass on the double team, and now they're going to call Alyssa Eckroth on the offensive turnover. The offensive. Wow.
A little ball side screen and roll, and it was a great
charge. That's what I'm thinking. Sorry, Todd.
Yeah, great play and design. It was just better help from the weak side to get into position and draw the charge.
They show that as Eckroth's first. I guess I have her as a second, but it's going to be an offensive charge on Eckroth. Wow, how your mind at 55 just goes blank at some points. Kinnebrew back to Nisley. Nisley 22-footer off the front glass. Good box out initially by Sagasser, but better hustle by Delaney Clark as she stuck with it and got the left-handed layup.
That's 5 for Mattern and Fridley and Clark, and the Century just coming at him in waves right now.
38-22, an 18-0 run right now. Step back by Selinsky, gets her own rebound, and she missed it. Blocked by by Nisley. Now back to Selinsky. Sand has it. Missed Eckroth in the cut. Over in the corner to Sagasser. Three-point attempt is long and missed. And that's going to be knocked out of bounds, I think, that time by Fletcher. 2:21 in the BNC Bank scoreboard, fans. Financial solutions for your life and business, customers focused, community driven. The bank for business people. That's BNC National Bank. 38-22, 2:27 left in the first half. Inbound pass to Selinsky. And finally, Eckroth gets a basket right in the middle of the lane. So we got some battery low. Thanks, TD, taking care of that one. And right down the lane on a trail is Bergen Kinnebrew as she responds to keep that lead at 16. So Kinnebrew for 2 gives her 10, and Eckroth for 2 before the other way as she has 8. It's been all Patriots if you joined us after in the last 8 minutes for sure. 22 all, and then it's been an 18-0 run here, 18-2 run. Selinsky staying with the basketball and a dribble, going to get fouled by Fletcher. One thing the Patriots are doing this defense, Todd, without fouling.
Yeah, just the 5th team foul on Century, so.
Fletcher out and Ketterling back in. 1:47 left before we get to our halftime. At halftime, fans will break down that first half, and we'll give you some statistics. Almost thrown away. Sagasser tracks it down and puts the ball right in front to Eden Fridley. Confucius say, don't dribble with Fridley on you.
Yeah, or Delaney Clark, or Logan Nisley, or Bergen Kinnebrew, or
Okay, with the Patriots period in front of you?
Yeah.
Long inbounds pass going to be tipped away by Fridley, and she races it the other way. The right-handed layup is good. Timeout, Petrick. Coach Petrick doesn't like it. Full timeout, we'll take one too. 42-24 on the BNC Bank timeout. You're listening to the PSP Network.
This broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Planning Team Financial, Sport Clips, Tires Plus, Bismarck LASIK, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, The Medicine Shop, Hub International Insurance, The Chuppy Clinic, and Prairie Rose Family Dentists.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust,
Like our convenient online banking.
along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First,
Brina Sand after the timeout, left-handed finish for her. Brina Sand she leads the Patriots or the Sabres with 8, 9, 10 points for her, 42-26. Three-point attempt this time by Delaney Clark. She gets in the three-point column now. Delaney Clark, 5 quick points for her in this second half, or this last 3 minutes.
45 points. And, you expect Kinnebrew and Nisley to get theirs, man, but when Century's getting production like this from everybody else, they're almost unguardable.
Missed shot attempt by Solinsky in the corner. Nobody picks up Kinnebrew in the trail. It's a miss. Solinsky pulled down the rebound. 36 seconds left in the first half. 28 in the shot clock, so they'll still have to shoot one extra time. Skip pass to Sand. Crosses over, gets cut off on the baseline. Left-handed pass. The riser. Call that one a lot because it's a lot of hands in the way, so they're throwing high basketballs, and that one goes out. That's 17 turnovers unofficially in the first half. 19-point lead, 45-26.
That's too many.
It's too many, no doubt. 14 seconds. See what they can run to finish this out. They're in the weave, crossover by Fridley. She's stopped by Heckroth. Now out to Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew going to hand off to Clark. Clark back to Kinnebrew. She's going to take it behind the back. Right-handed wheel to the hoop. No good, but rebound right back to her. Front iron and in as time expires. Bergen Kinnebrew with the basket gets that lead to 47-26. As the last 9 minutes, Coach Petrick wants to hit rewind.
Yeah, 25-4 run to end the first half.
47-26. The number one ranked Century Patriots lead the Legacy Sabres. We're at halftime. We'll take a Hub International Insurance timeout. Call your local Hub agents, Leif Olson and Josh Cattell, for your personal insurance needs. Call 355-3100 and ask for Michael Borman for your commercial insurance needs. That's Hub International Insurance. We'll take a break with the Patriots leading the Sabres 47-26. You're listening to high school basketball on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know. Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoo?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
This broadcast
Back at the Jim Hauser Gymnasium. Jerry Wilson's a funny guy. At Jim Hauser Gymnasium, Chuck Clairmont and Todd Domres with you for the call as the Patriots, it was a close one at 22-all, and boy, just the Patriots just absolutely turned things on and blew the doors off of the Sabres in the first half. We're sitting at 47-26, Todd, and Coach Jim Petrick, he's got some adjustments to make.
Well, yeah, the first thing is you got to cut those turnovers at least in half. Yeah. 17 and a half. If you like Century get out and get some easy baskets, they're good enough that they're going to score on you even when you're playing defense on them. But, man, if you just give them easy ones consistently, then you end up giving up 47 points in the first half. And, this is a good legacy defensive team. I mean, they're number 3 in the league, Chuck, at 55 points a night on average, and they gave up 47 to Century in the first half. So you just got to tip the cap to the Patriots and say, we can't turn the ball over as much as we did in the first half, girls, because Century going to score 100 on us.
Yeah, it's crazy. That first half was all the Patriots the last 9 minutes. Stay tuned, fans. After this game, we'll have our post-game show sponsored by the Planning Team Financial Advisors. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors, they're here to help you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online at planningteam.com. Also, stay tuned for the player of the game. That's sponsored by Sport Clips, and the move of the game sponsored by Jobbers Moving and Storage. We're at halftime with the Patriots lead the Sabres 47-21 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. You're listening to high school basketball on the PSP Network.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
Thanks for calling Supreme.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoom, zoom?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Back at the Jim Hauser Gymnasium, Chuck Clairmont and Todd Domres, and this has been all Century the last 9 minutes. As we were taking a look at this, Todd, it was 22-22 after 9 minutes, and the last 9 was a little UGLY 25-4, as you talked about that before we went to that first break. It was all Patriots in that first half, and so let's take a look at the numbers from the Legacy Sabres, what adds up to their 26 and adds up to the Patriots 47.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Chuck. First off, for Legacy, 17 turnovers is the big number, but individually led in scoring by Brina Sand in the first half. She's got 10. Alyssa Eckroff's got 8, so that's 18 of Legacy's 26 points. Then you get 3 from Halen Weigel, 3 from Mia Berryhill, and 2 for Elise Blazik. Added up, that's Legacy's halftime total of 26. For the Century Patriots, 47 points on the scoreboard, ended the half with a 25-4 run. They were led by the 13 points of Logan Nisley. knocked down 3 threes, a couple of deuces in that first half. She leads the floor with 13 points, but hey, she wasn't alone. Bergen Kinnebrew kicks in 12 points for the Patriots, and then just good balance after that. As you get 6 for Fletcher, that's Abby Fletcher, and 6 for Eden Fridley, and then you get 5 for Delaney Clark and 5 for Hallie Mattern. So that's 6 kids in the scoring column with at least 5 points each for Century. And they're led, Century is, by the 13 points of Logan Nisley. The Sabres paced by the 10 of Brina Sand.
Yeah, when you take a look at that too, is it just leads into this that we talked about. And one of the keys to the game is taking care of the basketball, and who's going to do it against the press and against whatever else. And it wasn't just the press that were getting turnovers, even the half-court offense. The Patriots force 30 turnovers a game, and they just have 13. So you take a look at 17-3 at halftime. It's kind of holding true.
Yeah, the numbers don't lie, right?
Numbers don't lie. That's exactly right. One thing, too, fans, stick around, as later this week we got another great game for you. We're moving to the Class B action as Beulah will take on Shiloh. On the boys' side, that'll be Friday, a 7:30 tip, about 7:10. As you'll be able to join us on the PSP Network. And then next week we got some big games. On Tuesday, the Minot boys will come down to Century and take on the Century boys. That'll be on the PSP Bismarck Network, if you want to call it that. And then Minot will cover the girls, as the Century girls will travel up there.
Yep.
Minot always has the boys and girls kind of opposite, as the Century girls will travel up to Minot. That'll be on the other network. So both PSP games, or both Minot and Century games, will be on PSP Network, so you got lots of options there.
And, they both should be really good. I mean, you're going to have a number 1 versus number 2 matchup in the boys, and then on the girls' side, you got number 1 versus number 5. So, both those games streaming live on the PSP Network. Good to go next Tuesday night.
Yeah, one thing, too, before we get in the second half, the Brooklyn Brendel fans and the Olivia Weiler fans, sorry, Brooklyn, and got you messed up with Olivia Weiler. I was thinking back to the Century Patriots days when there was a Weiler that had frizzy hair, and I just put them together. So I apologize. In second half, Brooklyn, I'll make sure I got you covered. I got frizzy written next to my. That's a positive thing, right? Just the permed hair, so you'll be easy to pick out for me. So I'll get that adjusted. We'll take one more time out, and then we'll come back. We'll have the tip-off, or not the tip-off, but we'll have the second half, as the Patriots lead the Legacy Sabres 47-26. You're listening to the high school basketball on the PSP Network.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
You got to love it. Back at the Jim Hausler Gymnasium, we got all kinds of fans coming back and giving us a hard time. That's okay. We deserve it. As the Patriots will have the basketball and a 21-point lead as we get going. Patriots and the blue unis going left to right. Right away inside to Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew dish out to Fletcher. Fletcher misses a long three-pointer, but that's going to be ran down by Fridley. That's also a stuck record. Inside to who are wide open underneath Autumn Ketterling. Somebody missed their assignment.
Her first 2 of the nights, and another offensive rebound, Chuck, and leads to disarray on defense.
23-point lead by the Patriots. Weigel has it. Skip pass over to Eckroth. Nice head and shoulder fake. Step through. Good defense by Bergen Kinnebrew. Now Weigel. Jump stop. Brina Sand. Which good, tough defense by Fletcher on her. No place to go. She stopped, throws up a wild 15-footer. That's going to be knocked out by inside possession by Fletcher, or excuse me, by Ketterling, and the other official comes back and says, nope, it's the other way. Or actually, was it a violation because the shot clock went down? Is that what he called?
Yep.
So that's called a turnover. Shot clock violation. Quickly a turnover the other way. Patriots have it. Starting the second half, 17 minutes, and nobody picks up Eden Fridley as she goes coast to coast, but misses a layup. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. We'll see who the officials, Devin, decided yet, have they?
Well, I think they're going to give it to Century.
Okay.
But, there's contact in that play, but I think the officials did it right where they said, hey, Fridley's a little bit out of control, so she didn't get the call.
Fridley misses another layup, but Bergen Kinnebrew in a rebound, and she hurt that left ankle, TD. Officials are going to call a timeout. Stop the clock as Kinnebrew made the rebound putback, but she came down, I think, on somebody's ankle.
Yeah, and you hope that that's just a twisted ankle, right?
Yeah, she's just kind of shaking her head. Sometimes those things they hurt like initially, and you got to sit down. You got to let the pin go away. There she goes. She's walking, trying to walk it off. It's tough. They got head coach Nate Wellstead is walking off her as Hallie Mattern checks in for her. 25-point lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard for the Patriots over the Sabres. 16:30 on the scoreboard. Maya Berryhill in the basketball game. Bounce pass inside to Ekroth. Step through, left-handed shot off the glass and in against Fridley.
Nice footwork. Start to your left, come back to the right. Nice play.
Full court pressure by the Sabres. See if they can't force a little up-tempo. Now come from behind is Berryhill. Blocked by Ekroth, but she blocked it out of bounds. Good double team by Berryhill and Ekroth. Crowd is filing in. They're expecting a good one here, but they're not getting one here. Hopefully for them, the boys are going to be good. Quick trigger out of bounds for Nisley. Rebound by Fletcher. Fletcher spins, fades away, counts it.
She's got a motor, doesn't she? I mean, Fletcher just a gnat on defense. She does those things on offense. She can create off the dribble if she has to, so just does a lot of good things.
Berryhill, crossover dribble, handoff now to Weigel. Weigel, three-point attempt, jump shot, left wing. That's good.
And that's one of the first ones, Chuck, that she's hit like off the dribble. A lot of time it's just kind of spotting up for Weigel and knocking him down.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Quick jump shot by Nisley. She thought she got fouled. She got that look in her face. Ooh, little push off by Blazik saying to Ketterling, get out of my way. Ekroth, she's working on Fridley. Fridley blocked, but they're going to say she came through on the left arm of Ekroth. Speaking of motors.
Yeah, turbo,
boy. As we're talk about this team, they got some great track athletes. Eden Fridley, in addition to playing volleyball, she was fourth in the 200 meter, first in the 4x100, first in the 4x200, and eighth in the long jump. Pretty good track athlete there. And guess what? Autumn Ketterling, not a bad track athlete herself, but she's got a couple firsts. She was in the 4x4 and the 4x8.
Yeah, along with Ashton Kinnebrew last year.
That's exactly right. The first free throw was good by Ekroth, and she missed the second one. Rebound for the Patriots as they lead by 22, 53-31. Turnover by the Patriots, fourth turnover of the game. Ekroth, nice crossover dribble off the glass and in with the left hand.
Ooh, that was an ankle breaker right there. You get to the free throw line and just make that little shimmy shake crossover and clean to the tin.
First time they had a wide open lane for her. Fridley on the pass from Nisley. No good. Ripped down rebound by Ekroth. See if they try to push the tempo. Trail by Weigel. Weigel, three-point attempt in the trail. Off, no good. Nisley rebounds and just says, all right, we're going to slow down. Coach Wellstead takes his first time out of the game. I guess when you're up by 20, you don't have to take one normally, but he'll take a timeout. We'll take a timeout too. As on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, it's the Patriots 53, the Sabres 33.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Back at the Jim Hausler Gymnasium, Chuck Clairmont, Todd Domres, along with Will Weeda on our camera and Nick Holberg. Back at the friendly confines of his bat cave in Minot. He's on the camera. He's our producer tonight. The Patriots lead by 20.
Is in Gotham City?
It could be. They want to get the basketball inside to Fridley, or to Fridley has it now. Is inside to Nisley in the timeout. 3-point attempt by Fletcher. That's an air ball. Quick can never feet set on that one.
And the good news is coming back into the game now for Century, if you're a Century fan, is Bergen Kinnebrew.
Yeah, he's kind of had to walk it off and came back, and looks like no worse for the wear. Probably got that maybe taped up if it wasn't taped.
Dean Chumley, the athletic trainer, got a little tape out, cleaned it up.
What hustle by Berryhill as the ball was thrown to nobody, and she tracked it down all the way, saved it, but there was nobody there trailing the play.
That was impressive. You know, it looked like everybody kind of giving up on the play, and then all of a sudden here you got Berryhill.
Back the other way to Nisley. She had time to get the laces on that one, and somehow she got wide open. Nisley with 17 now.
Coach Petrick's having running conversations with his assistants like, okay, best player in the state, and we're going to leave her stand there wide open for about 15 seconds.
Yeah, well, timeout on the floor. We'll leave it here, though, as a full timeout. Thank some of our sponsors again tonight, as tonight's game is brought to you by Tires Plus. When shopping for tires, shop Tires Plus. All brands under one roof with the guaranteed lowest prices. And there's service after the sale. Shop TiresPlus.com. Also, Chuppy Chiropractic, as Chuppy Chiropractic, or Chuppy Clinic. I guess it's not Chuppy Chiropractic Clinic, although they do chiropractic stuff, as they do some basic adjustments of the spine there. They're concerned about the overall health and wellness of each patient and offer them care and services to meet the greater demands of the current health needs. Find them online at chuppy.com. Fans, stay tuned after the game, as we'll have the Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show. We'll have the Sport Clips player of the game, and we'll have the Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game. Right now, we got the Maya Berryhill one early on. There's been a couple other good ones as well. We'll keep track of that one, as there's definitely been some opportunities. I got a feeling we're going to see some more as the Century Patriots. It was 22-all after 9 minutes of this game. And then since then, it's been all Patriots as they lead 56-33 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
It's big enough numbers that I got to do a quick math there. So that would be 34-11.
34-11. That's exactly right. See what Coach Petrick calls out of the timeout. Berryhill has it. Now it's Sand on that right side. Sand driving against Kinnebrew. Got a good look. Couldn't get the rolling hook to go, and pushing the other way is Nisley. Fridley now has it up high to Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew down the lane and lost control of the basketball. Should be out of bounds. Or did it get tipped out of bounds? Oh, did get tipped. I thought she just lost it. That's why it went out of bounds. That's why she lost control of it. Little pick to picker, or cross pick. Left-handed rolling hook by Kinnebrew. Yes.
Oh.
Wow. I like that one.
That's a good finish right there with the offhand, and it was good defense too. I mean, great defense, just a better offensive play.
That's one you've worked on a few times to get that one to roll. I don't know if I've ever seen a left-handed hook in girls high school basketball. Just inside the three-point line is a three-point attempt by Blazik, and the energy just doesn't seem like it's there right now, Todd.
Yeah. And it's too bad for Century, or for Legacy, because you got a nice crowd here. That home crowd just kind of sitting in their hands like, boy, they're just waiting for something good to happen. But Legacy just been outclassed here tonight.
25-point lead. Working inside is Nisley. Nisley's going to be blocked by Eckroth, but tapped her on the right arm. As to the line is going to be Nisley.
A good contest there by Eckroth on the shot, but that's another aspect of the game that you don't see a whole lot from Logan Nisley, but that time she had her back to the basket. Kind of backed in a little bit and then went to the fadeaway, and so she's worked on that, obviously. She obviously has made a concerted effort to get on the offensive glass this year, so that tells me that, man, when you're a good player and you find those little extra things to make you a great player, that tells you a lot about the kid.
Both free throws are good. It's a 27-point lead now for the Patriots. 12:44 left on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. It's just there's nothing right now that Legacy can do except turn the ball over. Nisley jump stop. Eckroth goes by, missed the bunny. Eckroth steps in and nonchalantly grabs the rebound. Got somebody open in the corner. Weigel wants it badly, but Eckroth keeps it and is stolen from behind by Bergen Kinnebrew. Got to get rid of that one. Not a Nisley. Oh, head and shoulder fake. Little hesitation. Off the glass. Cannot get it to go. Berryhill taps it over to Eckroth.
Somebody from the stand said, Logan, you can't miss those layups. I think it might have been her mom.
Logan goes down on the ground, tries to rip it away from Eckroth. Good strength by Eckroth. Weigel with Mattern on her, way up high, the top circle. Not a Severson who just checked in. Eckroth driving down the lane, going to be blocked from behind as she tried to bring it up. Quick push the other way. Kinnebrew pulls up. Hesitation behind the back. Still has it. Left-handed dribble. Not a Mattern. Not a right-handed shot attempt by Nisley. And she saves it off the, I think, the leg. It is of Hallie Severson.
You know, I couldn't see Delaney Clark's eyes, but she was chasing after the ball, and all of a sudden Logan Nisley rose up, and she was standing there, and she's like, oh, please don't throw it off of me. And then Logan drilled it off of one of the Sabres, so.
Retained possession here for the Patriots. Shot clock got reset, though. Ketterling. Fletcher down the lane. Strong move by Fletcher. Airbank. Felkley. She hasn't got much time today.
Nope.
Brooklyn Felkley. Maybe it's just matchups, I'm going to guess. Crossover for Berryhill. Nice move by Sand. Blocked from behind by Kinnebrew. She recovers.
A little bit of an adjustment here from, they called a lot of those in the first half, Chuck. And now some of those finishes around the rim, the Zebras are letting them play a little bit underneath. You got one team foul in each squad here in the second half.
Yeah, 11 minutes in this second half. Tried to get to a post up. It's going to be stolen by the Patriots. And boy, talk about speed.
Ooh, yeah,
the other
Zoe
way
Austin.
is Zoe Austin, the freshman. Man, she was shot out of a cannon, TD. Wow. Underclassmen, we touched on that. Zoe Austin, she had 10 against St. Mary's last game. Last time they played her, averaging 5, just a freshman. Another turnover. Austin's way down the other way. Left-handed layup. It's missed. Rebound pulled down by Berryhill. Sagasser. Back to Berryhill. She sets it up. What can the Sabres do to be successful here? Inside to Felkley. Double team. There was nothing doing there. It was good help from the backside.
Well, Legacy came out like gangbusters tonight, Chuck. I mean, first 9 minutes of the game, they got 22 points. And now in the next 18 minutes of the game, they got 11 points.
Yeah, somebody shut the water off in the Sabres.
Yep.
High arching three-point attempt by Sand. No good. Zoe Austin plays 7 to the long jump as an 8th grader. That's not bad. Blocked out of bounds by Weigel. Century's pretty good about kind of bringing people in early, and although 29 points, surely the game isn't in hand completely, but you'll still see the starters stick in there throughout the last 9 minutes. 62-32, the 10-minute mark now left in the game. Fridley down the left side, left-handed layup is missed. Kaylee Dunauer in the game now for the Sabres. Fridley is always on the end. She's on the floor a lot. It's because she's diving for loose balls. She's hustling from behind.
Man, I'm glad you mentioned it, Chuck, because our vantage point here is a nice one. You're up up on the track area, the walking track, but we are right in the flow for everybody that wants to talk to us, that hasn't seen us seemingly in about 2-3 years, and they want to stop and say hi.
We're everybody's friend, Todd.
Oh,
right?
yep, absolutely. I'm like, we got a little thing here called a broadcast going on.
Dunauer misses the three-point attempt. That's going to go out of bounds. On the weak side, Legacy couldn't track that down. Boy, everything has just come to a standstill from the fans' standpoint. We couldn't turn the crowd mic up any louder, and it's just quiet here, as it's been all Patriots since the 9-minute mark, as the Sabres had it tied at 22, and then it was a Patriot convention in scoring. Handoff to Nisley. Good spin down the right side. Ooh, jousted at the top by Weigel.
Wow. Nice block.
Sand finishes in the left with the left hand. Good hustle by Fridley. She fouls her. Fridley's going to give no easy ones. Fridley goes, hey, I got lots left. Usually Fridley's averaging about 3.5 to 4 fouls a game. So she's like, that's just 2, man. I got 3 left.
Well, and that was one of the best times tonight that Legacy turned some defense into offense, because you get a block on one end, a real nice block by Weigel, and it turns into – I watched Sand just turn on the jets and, just fill a lane and get out in transition for Legacy. Nicely done.
I'm not – 9-12. I was going to say, wait a minute, we're not at 4-12. Got to lean down a little bit, Todd. It's a 9 minute and 12 seconds left in this game as Sand gets 1 of 2. Sand now has 11 points. Alyssa Eckroth leads them with 13. And the Sabres trail by 28 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Nice hesitation dribble by Kinnebrew. Mattern. Boy, Nisley wanted it inside. Left-handed pass to Fridley. Fridley 3-point attempt. Long rebound now to Weigel. And boy, this didn't even see Nisley coming behind. She stole it right up to Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew off the backboard. Misses. Going to be tipped out of bounds by Sagasser.
Here's the funny thing about, Century. You look at, obviously, Mattern's a senior, and they get some productions from Fletcher's a senior, but a lot of this stuff that's happening is juniors and sophomores. They're still underclassmen.
Well, it's hard to believe Nisley's only a sophomore, or a junior, excuse me.
Yeah.
Kinnebrew gets an out-of-bounds play called for her, and she delivers with a left-handed layup. Patriots lead by 30. It's been all Century since the 9-minute mark of the first half. Sand wheels and deals, right-handed jump hook, no good, but good hustle, gets a rebound back, throws it up while she's going down. Nisley's going to get called for the foul. She's got a smile, the shoulders go down.
Here's one more thing about Bergen Kinnebrew for a second here, Chuck. Obviously, you had 2 older sisters that played for the Century Patriots. Mariah was a part of a state championship team, and then Ashton as well, state champion, now playing at BSC. And I think Bergen, they're all very, very talented kids, but I think Bergen might have the best upside of the lot of the Kinnebrew girls. So, and that's saying quite a bit, folks.
Yeah, you just usually watch the handles of her, and obviously she has the opportunity. Her dad is just, puts on a lot of basketball work with kids in North Dakota, and you can say they put a lot of time in that gym.
Yep, and here's the thing about Bergen's game. She's made 4 threes this season, but I don't think that would be what she would say be the strength of her game. And as soon as she develops that aspect of the repertoire, she will be borderlining on unguardable.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And speaking of guardable, as Berryhill goes down that left side, and good reach in by Delaney Clark, one of the state volleyball contingents for the Century Patriots. TDU called a few of those games.
Yeah, it was fun to call.
So one of the additional things we added on this year at the PSP Network. It's awesome to be able to bring that. And not too long from now, we'll have a little wrestling. And boy, nice backdoor cut by Brooklyn Brendel. TD got that one right, as Brendel in the basketball game, but she could not handle the bounce pass by Berryhill.
Yeah, you mentioned that volley. The multi-sport athletes. A lot of these kids play track, but Century. Brina Sand was an all WDA volleyball player for Legacy, but then Century, obviously Logan Nisley's the Gatorade Volleyball Player of the Year. Ketterling had a nice run in volleyball. Delaney Clark and Fletcher were the co-setters. So a lot of multi-sport athletes.
Off a down pick is Nisley. You cannot leave her that wide open, and she hits her 4th three of this basketball game.
21 points on the night for Logan Nisley. Just another ho-hum game.
Yeah, ho-hum is exactly right. 33-point lead for the Patriots. 7:15 to go in this one. Sagasser leans in. Good defense by the redhead. I can say that with Ketterling. I used to have red hair, TD, believe it or not, back in the day. Did you know me? You probably knew me then.
I did, yeah.
We've been friends for a long time. You knew me, I had red hair. No longer. Long time ago. But 15, maybe 16, 17 years ago. 67-34. Patriots on top. Now they're going to get a push off. I think it's going to be a foul on Nisley, as Nisley on a down pick. I like to look at her face. Every time she fouls, she's got that look that she didn't.
Yep.
Like, what did I do, Coach? She's still got the hands up down to the side. Kind of what? I don't think I fouled. I didn't foul that one. I didn't foul her.
We're going to get that conversation with her about just raise your hand.
Exactly. There you go. As layup is missed by Berryhill, but it's going to be tipped out of bounds by Selinski. So
this is going to end a 4-game winning streak for Legacy.
Yeah.
They've been playing some nice basketball with, wins over Dickinson, Turtle Mountain, St. Mary's, and Mandan in succession.
Zoe Austin to Nisley to Fletcher. Back to Austin. Boy, she is quick. She's got a quick muscle twitch, if you want to call it. Quick twitch muscles. Hesitation dribble to Austin. Quick pass to Ketterling. 3-point attempt for her. Long rebound. Ripped down by Selinski like that.
I think Austin's got a good feel for the game, too. I mean, just nice extra pass right there. And obviously quick feet, like you said, can get it done on defense. And what a thrill for her as a freshman to be out. Look who she's out on the court with. I mean, come on.
No doubt. Sand. Hesitation dribble. Still has it with the left hand. Bounces inside against Bergen Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew, I think, just reached in a little bit on that block, kind of came down, hit her in the elbow.
Yeah, we talked about that in the first half where, hey, you can be straight up and you can contest shots, but, man, as soon as you lower that arm and even have a resemblance of that motion, that's just about an automatic foul call every time.
2 free throws going to be out for Brianna Sand. Brina Sand, excuse me. She's missed 4 of 5 or 4 of 6. I guess she had made 2 of 3, missed that first one. Fans, stick around afterwards for the Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show. Planning Team Financial Advisors order online. Help clients work towards financial freedom. That's planningteamfinancial.com. Sand hits the second one. 12 points for her. The Sabres have just 13 since the 9-minute mark of the first half. They trail 67-35 around the wheel down in the corner to Fridley. Great crossover. Bounce pass to Zoe Austin. Could not handle it. Speaking of letting it go, I think the officials, that probably could have been called a foul against Fridley. Or not Fridley, as she's the one who should have got called a foul against her, not on her.
Well, and the point I was making about Austin a second ago, Chuck, is you can tell that Coach Wellstead's trying to get her out there with that group to get her some minutes. And, now all of a sudden she comes to the bench and you get a more typical rotation for Century out there. But I think it's a concerted effort because Coach Wellstead and his staff see something out of Zoe that, hey, she might be able to contribute later on in the year when we get to the WDA and state tournaments.
Yeah, don't wait until the West Region tournament to get her in.
That's right. Let her interact with that group.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's happening as both teams trade turnovers here as we go back the other way. 5:13 left mercifully in this basketball game. as the first 9 minutes were awesome,
yep,
TD, you were patting me. You talk about good excitement at 22 all, and then it's just been downhill. Other than the great defensive intensity and the offensive game that the Patriots thrown at it, that's obviously pretty to watch. Surely if you're a Patriot fan. Selinski misses the 3-pointer. And we'll see when the benches get emptied. Still a lot of the starters and the early people in for the Patriots tipped out of bounds there by Felkley. Brooklyn Felkley, a 6'3" freshman. Elise Blazek will check in as Eckroth goes out. Eckroth, 13 points for her, right at her average. Inbounds pass to Kinnebrew. Takes her time, still in the lane. Out to Fridley. Fridley, Iniani over. Caught by Delaney Clark. Airbank. Pulled down. Ooh, there's a
little chicken wing.
I called that a little frustration push, I think, by Blazek. I think if there's a girl fight in the corner somewhere, I want Blazek on my side.
Yeah.
She's tough. That's one of my favorite. I just love watching her play. Inbound to Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew wheels and deals the right side, and a right-handed rolls the hook from the bank.
She's got a 20-point game. And the thing about Bergen, too, is she's confident and so patient on those moves. It's like, all right, I'm just going to see how the defense is going to play me this time, and I'm going to try to attack your deficiency.
Right down the lane is Selinski. She cannot buy a basket. As good move, no finish for her.
That's kind of been the night for Legacy right there. Would you agree about that with Bergen Kinnebrew? She lets it really come to her nicely and doesn't ever seem like she's in a hurry.
No, and to me, she has so much confidence in her handles.
Yeah.
that she doesn't feel like she has to force things. That I don't care when pressure's on her or not, she feels like, hey, I've got control. I mean, kind of like you watch Tom Brady, just kind of the cool, calm, and collected against on the football side. If you can kind of envision that it just feels like she is under control all the time.
Get a line change in for Century, Chuck, so you got Lyd Simmons into the game.
All right, let me check her in.
Get Zoe Austin back in. Nisley's still on. Ketterling's still on.
Free throw for Fletcher. She missed both of them on that attempted shot for Fletcher. Skip pass in that right corner to Severson. Severson goes hard against Simmons. Berryhill and Austin will battle at it. Hand off to Sand. Nisley still in the game. Three-point attempt, crotched it. Rebound by Simmons. Double team in the backcourt. So I'll just get it to Logan. Logan, Nisley to Ketterling. Jump stop. Right block, no good. Rebound is Nisley going to be tied up by Blazic. Basketball arrow possession will stay with the Patriots. 69-35. 3:20 left in the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We'll have our Planning Team Financial post-game show. We'll have our Sport Clips Player of the Game. Sport Clips bring you the MVP of this matchup. Sport Clips is located at South 3rd Street and is a home to MVP haircut experience. Sport Clips brings you this game's MVP. Stay tuned, folks, also for the Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game. Still got 3 minutes before this one's over. Fletcher with the 23-point three-point attempt. Segesser rips that one down. The other way, pull up from three. Whoa! Callie Dunauer with the jump stop three.
And that looked good the whole way, didn't it? I mean, we had
that was pretty.
Perfect angle on it from our vantage point. That baby was on line and down as soon as it left her hand.
She might have just got herself some additional minutes in future basketball games. That was confident look. 69-38, 31-point lead for the Patriots. Nisley shockingly still in the game. One more three-point attempt for her. Rolls out. I think they got some people coming in for her. It's a one-person full-court press on Ketterling. Coach Wellstead shakes his head and say, hey, we're done with that. Get back. It's when it's locked into you, right? It's hard to get off it. Step back three-pointer by Berryhill. That goes over the top. Fans Tonight's game's brought to you by the Medicine Shop of Bismarck. They're proud to support local athletics. The Medicine Shop offers free delivery, and you can get your flu shot at the Medicine Shop. Lots of flus going on right now. Lots of COVID going on right now.
Get Emma Guthmiller into the game for Century along with Jewel Berg.
Okay, let me get that circled. Number 21, Jewel Berg. And Guthmiller's 25. Crossover dribble. Back to the right side, out to Simmons. Eckroth way off of her. Ketterling, short post up inside by Berg. Didn't want it. Ketterling still has it. Nobody going there. Simmons, hey, put it up, right? Inside, Berryhill steals it away. Back the other way. It's 2-on-1 break. Nice pass over the corner to Dunauer in the trail. Misses. Rebound, put back attempt by Eckroth. She misses. Century walks it up. Zoe Austin, snap crossover dribble. She's got some handles too. She's been working on that. Left side to Berg, and Berg dumps it down low to Austin, who just crosses the lane. Good look, good finish.
It's that feel again, right? And you can just kind of tell right away that kids have a good feel for whether it's spacing, whether it's, okay, I got court awareness, and now it's time for a back cut, and now it's time to go set a screen, or now it's time to go get an offensive rebound. It seems like Zoe Austin has that it.
You know, one thing I want to say to you, it's kind of weird watching a Century offense. Whoa, that's the bank. The bank is open in the free throw by Zoe Austin. Was she smiling, TD?
She said, you just called me an it.
As Austin makes the free throw, 1 minute left this game. I was just talking about how the offense is so different for the Patriots.
Yeah.
Just more free-flowing, less, they can basically kind of do what they want, it almost seems like. Three-pointer by that Brendel. Turn, let me see her. Air ball by her. No, this one's Weiler. right? That was Olivia Weiler in the three-point attempt. Also in the game for, we don't have number 21. I'll have to check, look who that is for Sabres. 72-38. Stay tuned at the end as TD will be on the floor.
Yep. Megan Weisbeck.
Megan Weisbeck, thank you. Do we have her in there?
Legacy.
Oh, I guess I'm looking at the wrong side. No wonder there's not a 21. I don't have her on this part.
Yeah, she's going to go to the free throw line.
And Megan Weisbeck will get a chance to get some points. 72-38. That's 34-point lead. Megan, quick trigger with the ponytail. It's one pony, two's a pig. TD, help me out with girls. I should know that. It's been a while.
That would be correct.
Okay. Yep. Second free throw. There we go. As Megan Weisbeck makes one of two. 33-point lead. Zoe Austin will dribble it down. 43 seconds on the game clock, 27 on the shot clock, so Central will have to shoot one more. Zoe has it to Simmons. Back to Austin. Austin now up high to Clark. Skip pass over to Simmons. Ooh, looked inside. Guthmiller really wanted that one. Now to Austin. Back to Guthmiller. Guthmiller, 15-foot baseline jump shot. Misses. Tipped over to Megan Weisbeck. Weisbeck up to Dunauer. Dunauer gets her pocket picked by Simmons. It's going to stay Legacy Sabres basketball. Fans, stay tuned afterwards for the post-game show, the Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show, helping clients work toward financial freedom. That's Planning Team Financial Advisors. 13 seconds. Three-point attempt is high. It's spinning good, and it's in for Callie Dunauer. I don't think that there'll be any more shots on this one, as there will not be. 72-42 is the final on this one as the Patriots defeat the Legacy Sabres. Todd Domres will work his way out down to the court as we're in the Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com. This game was close. After 9 minutes, it was 22-22. It was hard to believe. And then it was a 50-20 finish for the Patriots, as it was multiple turnovers for the Sabres. And it was just great defense and great offense for the Century Patriots. Todd Domres trying to find him. There he is down on the floor. Todd, he's got head coach Nate Wellstead. TD, take it away.
You got me? Okay, all right. All right, Coach Wellstead, 22 apiece in the first half. You go on a 25-4 run to end that first half. What changed in those final waning minutes of the first half?
You know, if I knew, I'd like to know, because all of a sudden we didn't change anything, but I think we took care of the basketball. When you turn it over 90 feet from the basket, they're going to get easy ones. You can't set your defense. But I don't know, the girls maybe just settled in a little bit, maybe a little cross-rival, a little nerves, I don't know. Sure.
You know, you get 20-point nights for Bergen, Kinnebrew, and also Logan Nisley, but you got production from Fletcher, you got production from Mattern, you got production from Fridley, and when you guys get that's got to make you happy for the balance, but it makes you tough to guard too.
Yeah, when we got every girl looking to score, that's when we're good. When they're looking to pass, then it's easy to match us. So that's what we keep stressing. When you're on the court, we trust you. You got to be a threat.
And a good road win here in the WDA. Those aren't easy to come by.
Definitely. We got to get all these. It's a challenge.
Congratulations, Coach. Nice win tonight. All right, let's bring in Bergen Kinnebrew. Bergen, great game tonight, 20 points on the evening. Hey, what changed kind of midway through that first half? It was 22 apiece. I guess what started clicking for you girls on the court?
I think we just had to get our minds back in the game. We kind of gave up, didn't go with our game plan in the beginning. We gave up a lot of offensive rebounds and threes, standstill threes. That was our goal to not. And then we just had to adjust later on in the first half, and then we did that and got the dub.
You know, and for you, it just seems like you have so much confidence with your ball handling. You just let that stuff just come to you, and then you're able to just attack and create problems for the defense. It's just a testament to how much time you put into the game, right?
Yep, and I think it has a lot to do with my coaches, because they give me a lot of confidence and tell me we need you to score, and so it gives me a lot of confidence to just drive and they have faith in me, and I know that it gives me a lot of confidence.
And the Century Patriots make this look easy. It really isn't this easy, right? I mean, it's a lot of work, huh?
We have a lot of work that goes into this, and it shows on the court, and it's not easy at all. but we keep working hard.
Yep, great game tonight, Bergen.
Thank you.
All right, that's Bergen Kinnebrew. Nate Wellstead before that. Back up to you guys.
All right, great job, Todd, with that interview, and well spoken. We like nothing better than to. Our mission at PSP, it's all about the kids, right? And getting chances to talk to the kids after the game like that, and somebody so well spoken like Bergen Kinnebrew, we really enjoy that. So fans, we are in the post-game show, the Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show. We'll take our first break of the Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show. When we come back, we will dig in the numbers. We'll get our Sport Clips player of the game and our Jobbers Moving in Storage move of the game. Our final 72-42 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. You're listening to high school basketball on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoom, zoom?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
Century defeats Legacy, the number one ranked Century Patriots, 72-42. As the boys are down on the court now, but before we get to that basketball game, we got to wrap up this one as we're in the Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work toward financial freedom. That's the Planning Team Financial Advisors. And Todd, that was a well-oiled machine right there by the number one ranked Patriots.
I mean, they make it look easy, don't they? In some respects, it's almost kind of. Yeah. They're just that good. I think you just got to tip the cap sometimes to them when they're playing well. It's going to be a long night for most opponents, and tonight it was that way for Century. But like Bergen Kinnebrew said, hey man, there's a lot of hard work that goes into it. Whether that's scouting, whether that's conditioning, whether that's learning to play together, whether that's just working on the finer points of the game. It isn't like you just roll it out there and win by 30 every night. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes into that, and obviously Coach Wellstead got to be ecstatic with the start that his team has had to the season.
Yeah, I would completely agree. Why don't you take a look at the statistics, TD? You get a chance to tally them up, the individual statistics for both these two teams.
All right, thanks a lot, Chuck. First off, for the Legacy Sabres, as they fall to 5-3 on the season, as 6-3 on the season. I beg your pardon, as they were led tonight by the 13 points of Alyssa Eckroth. Double figures for her again, as she's the leading scorer on the season for the Sabres. She has 13 tonight, right about at her season average. Brina Sand joins her in double figures with a dozen. And then rounding out the scoring column for Legacy, you get 6 points for Halen Weigel, and you get 3 apiece for Mia Berryhill and Callie Danauer, and 2 for Elise Blazik. And you add it up, and that's Legacy's total of 42. For the Century Patriots, 2 players in double figures tonight, but boy, big efforts, as you get 21 tonight from Logan Nisley and 20 from Bergen Kinnebrew to pace the Century Patriots, and they got it done in different ways. Logan Nisley makes 4 3-pointers, and Bergen Kinnebrew just filled it up with deuces the entire night, as she has 9 field goals in the game, couple free throws made. So Nisley with 21, Bergen Kinnebrew with 20. Lead Century tonight, and then you get balanced scoring, like Coach Wellstead said. When these girls are looking to score, that makes Century dangerous, and they were looking to score tonight as you get balanced effort. Abby Fletcher with 8, 6 points for Eden Fridley, 5 apiece for Delaney Clark and Hallie Mattern and Zoe Austin, and then you get 2 from Autumn Ketterling. So, hey, again, that's 6 players with over 5 points tonight for the Century Patriots, and then you get the big 2 with over 20. That's a lethal combination as Logan Nisley leads Century with 21. Alyssa Eckroth leads Legacy with 13.
Yeah, thanks, Todd. Great job with that. Those statistics as Century, I look at them as kind of a wealth of riches. They've got some players. You could look at that lineup. They could be starting for a lot of teams. Zoe Austin probably could. I know that Delaney Clark could. Simmons surely looked good in a little bit of minutes there. So the Patriots finish. They win tonight 72-42. A couple things left before we move into the boys' game as we have our Sport Clips player of the game and our Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game. First, our move of the game. Tonight's move of the game is sponsored by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you move across town or across country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. The Jobbers move of the game, TD, is...
I remember in the NBA Finals when it was the Lakers and the Celtics and Magic Johnson came across the lane, made a running hook, and you thought to yourself, wow, that's a great shot. Well, we saw a left-handed version of that tonight as Bergen Kinnebrew, midway through that second half, starts on the block here, spins right, comes back left, and throws up the lefty running hook shot, one that we have not seen in WDA girls basketball very often. So that's hands down your Jobbers move of the game.
Yeah, that was impressive as you set that up with the Lakers, and man, I can picture that one.
Yep.
If you watched any of the playoff highlights, it's the rolling hook, and it was definitely the rolling hook with the left hand this way. That's our Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game. They focus on the details of the process without ever losing sight of the big picture. Their efficient, step-by-step approach to move management keeps everyone on the same page. It includes a comprehensive service of proactive checks, double checks, and ongoing communications that ensure attention to all details every step of the way. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. The last thing we've got to do is the Sport Clips player of the game. Be the MVP when you go to Sport Clips for an MVP haircut. Nothing comes close to making you feel like the MVP, quite like the MVP experience at Sport Clips. They're located at 411 South 3rd Street in Bismarck. Boy, there's some people here. You take a look at Bergen, you take a look at Nisley. I mean, just great defense to me by Eden Fridley. We couldn't say her name enough on the defensive side. But TD, who is going to be our Sport Clips player of the game?
Well, we talked about Gotham City early on, so obviously Logan Nisley's Batman for the team, right? You know what I mean? And every night she could be your Sport Clips MVP of the game, but I think tonight it's a clean sweep for Robin. And Bergen Kinnebrew comes back from a twisted ankle, has a running hook shot, scores 20 points on the night, give us a great post-game interview. I'm going Bergen Kinnebrew tonight.
The quadruple header.
That's right.
For Bergen Kinnebrew. I can't agree with you more. She just was in control. It's fun to watch her. And she is just a junior, as is Logan Nisley, by the way. Bergen Kinnebrew, 20 points for her. She's our Sport Clips player of the game. Century moves to 9-0, 35 straight. They will take on Minot next Tuesday. That'll be on the PSB Network. And Legacy falls to 6-3. They'll take on Bismarck High. Both teams on the road, by the way. That'll be next Tuesday as well. We will take an in-between game timeout, and we come back. It'll be the number 1 ranked Century boys will take on the Legacy Sabres. You're listening to high school basketball on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know. Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoom?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free. to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
This broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Planning Team Financial, Sport Clips, Tires Plus, Bismarck LASIK, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, The Medicine Shop, Hub International Insurance, The Chuppy Clinic, and Prairie Rose Family Dentists.
The North Dakota Safety Council is dedicated to preventing injuries and saving lives by offering hundreds of safety courses. The NDSC helps workers return home safely every night and make sure schools are ready for any emergency. Our first aid training and defensive driving courses help save lives. We empower people through personal protection courses and operational risk assessments for businesses. We're a private, nonprofit organization committed to making North Dakota's homes, schools, communities, workplaces, and roads the safest in the nation. Learn more at ndsc.org.
This broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Planning Team Financial, Sport Clips, Tires Plus, Bismarck LASIK, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, The Medicine Shop, Hub International Insurance, The Chuppy Clinic, and Prairie Rose Family Dentists.
At Prairie Rose Family Dentists, we treat our patients like family. We have 14 highly experienced dentists with incredibly caring dental teams. We have more locations, more services, and extended hours to make sure your dental needs get fulfilled, your questions get answered, and you have the comfortable and high-quality experience you deserve. Call us or visit our website to schedule an appointment today. Prairie Rose Family Dentists. We are family.
Comes back the way down to Oproot, and Oproot sends it forward to Luck. Luck's got a 2-on-1 into the zone. Luck dropped it back. Morelli's in, shoots, scores! Oh, what a twisted wrister from Morelli. He made no doubt about it. Short-handed goal for the Magi. They lead 2-0.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust.
Like our convenient online banking.
Along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us. If you
Comes to set, he's all alone. Slam dunk.
Nice right-handed pass inside, step back, Heinert, and she gets it to go.
It's time for North Dakota high school basketball on the PSP Network.
Gross crosses over, fake the pass, flips it up, scored, and he's fouled. Oh, what a nifty move there.
Now cutting into the lane is Lundy, but Fricky does it herself. Nice move by Maggie.
Here comes William Ware. He's going to go up and two-hand slam dunk. Took off from about 6 feet out, maybe 7, and just elevated the two-handed jam.
Now, Let's go to the hardwood for this matchup's pregame show on the PSP Network.
Century wins game one. Now we turn our attention to the nightcap of our doubleheader this evening on the PSP Network from Hausler Gymnasium in Northeast Bismarck. The capital city's the venue tonight for WDA boys basketball. Century won game one, 72-42. And now the boys contests. Hi again, basketball fans. Chuck Clairmont alongside Chuck Clairmont, I'm Todd Domres. Good to have Will Reedup running our camera for us this evening on the PSP Network. Just had a good friend of ours stop by, Jerry Wilson, former head coach, the original head coach of the Century Patriots boys basketball team. And he said, "You guys are free? You guys are on the PSP Network?" He goes, "That is so much better than NFHS."
I swear, you're right. Oh, that was loud.
And we couldn't agree more, right?
Yeah, exactly right. And that's what's the cool thing about Jerry Wilson is he's got all kinds of buddies that he's going to show it. And he's kind of thinking, if I can get on, anybody can get on. So the www.psp.network, obviously anybody's listening is already there. And that's one way to get it. We got all kinds of ways, right? The internet, Facebook, there's different places. And it's just cool. The more and more fans, we're just gradually building up this following that, it's a fun transition, TD, for us.
Oh, absolutely. And we certainly appreciate Nick Holberg and what he's done to get this thing off the ground. And, hey, we're building the brand. We're building the footprint. Join us and follow us on our social media channels on Twitter and on Facebook. And make sure to follow psp.network for our schedules as, man, we're streaming games and we are having fun. And hope you're along for the ride on the PSP Network. This one should be a dandy as the Century Patriots, your number one team in the state, 8-1 on the season. Their head coach is Darren Mattern. No state tournament trips for the last 2 years for the Century Patriots. They're trying to break that streak. And then you got the Legacy Sabres, Chuck, 5-4 on the season. But, hey, we talked about it in the opening game that if there's one team that's kind of had one team's number, the Legacy Sabres boys have seemingly had the Century Patriots number, at least in the last few years.
Yeah, crazy to think they've won 4 straight. The last time the Patriots have beat the Legacy Sabres was back in January of 2020. So 2 years ago, Todd, it was January 16th, as a matter of fact, 2020. So 64-58. And Legacy just seems to want to, they kind of keep that mutter. Coach Horner, and for some reason, he's got Coach Mattern's number. And at least in these last couple years, and we'll see, it's a little different, I think, team that the Patriots have this year. I mean, they're a little more loaded maybe than they have the last couple years. But ultimately, Coach Horner has just really been able to scheme very well against this Century Patriot team.
And the WDA has kind of taken the Century out behind the woodshed, so to speak, the last couple of years with those freshmen and then sophomores playing. It's hard to win in this league with those underclassmen, but now all of a sudden those guys are juniors. And now, guess who's taking the other guy out behind the woodshed?
Turnaround is fair play, right? That's what they call it?
That's right.
That's exactly right. As right now that I know that Coach Mattern, I think it's a little easier for him to coach this year, let's just say, in terms of people. He's loosened up a little bit. I mean, doesn't seem quite as uptight as maybe he has been in the past. Maybe the kids would say different, but just watching him, he sure seems more relaxed to me, and he's kind of letting the kids play.
Speaking of Coach Mattern, I saw something funny on social media, and Troy Mattern had joined on a Twitter account, and the conversation turned to, is your brother Darren going to get a Twitter account? And Troy's comment was this: not after he gave up 103 points to 106 points to Bismarck. He's not getting on social media now.
So brother Darren in Fargo.
Brother Troy.
Or Troy, I'm sorry, in Fargo. He posted that on his...
Yep.
Nice. I don't see Darren ever breaking down and doing that, but who knows?
Two good friends of ours, obviously, Darren Mattern and Jason Horner, been friends of us as our broadcasting careers have taken off, and two good quality coaches. And, Century got knocked off by, we mentioned, Bismarck High a couple games ago, rebounded with a nice win at St. Mary's. And, recently, Legacy's been playing better basketball. It was kind of one of those, they got up to maybe a little bit of a rocky start, got a few wins there, and now I think Legacy, if you ask Coach Horner, they're playing their best basketball of the season.
Yeah, I would agree. And they just get more people involved. And that's one thing that I was really surprised at from Legacy is, you don't hear about a lot of the kids that are playing so well for them. Yes, you hear about the Xander Elbers, right? He's a kid that stands out to me. And even Jackson Kellogg, the name that we obviously know is his father, Wes Kellogg, and we just saw him in football and it kind of stands out. But to me, it's these other kids that have stepped up. The Braden Widener, the Brett Lacombe, the Chase Knoll, the Logan Wetzel, the Kiefer Glens. I mean, they got a lot of kids that can play basketball. And watching these guys against Mandan, when they're all clicking, I mean, they're fun to watch. They work hard, and they didn't even have one of their guys that definitely gets about 12 to 14 minutes a game in Lucas Cupford, and we know that name is very popular in the Legacy side with his brother Nick being a Mr. Basketball candidate. So it's a team in Legacy that they're playing very hard, playing very smart, and I know they're having a lot of fun doing it. I interviewed Xander Elbers, and you can just tell that life is good when you win, for sure, for the Sabres.
Well, that last game against Mandan, that was a coming out party for Braden Widener. I tell you what, that's as good as that junior has played for the Legacy Sabres. All right, we're just about set for basketball. Let's run through the starting lineups. First off, for the visiting Century Patriots tonight, they'll go this way at the guards. One guard is the 6'1 sophomore, Isaiah Schaefer. He's joined in the backcourt by the 6'4 junior, Anthony Doppler. One forward is Connor Trahan. He's 6'5" and the lone senior in the starting lineup. Matter of fact, just him and Hinder are the only seniors on the roster for the Century Patriots. The other forward is Will Ware. Williams, a 6'7" junior, and in the middle is the 6'10" junior, Ryan Erickson. Central start three juniors, a sophomore, and a senior in that starting five for their 13th year head coach, Darren Mattern. The Patriots 8-1 overall, 7-1 in conference play. All right, for the Legacy Sabres and their head coach, Jason Horner. I'm going to make sure I get the starting lineup right here.
I can look down for you, TD, too.
We'll make sure. I know four of them, and then they've been rotating that fifth guy, so. Landon Schatz has been the starting lineup tonight. The 5'8 senior for the Legacy Sabres. He'll be joined in the backcourt by the 5'9 senior, Brett Lacombe. One forward for the Sabres is their leading scorer, and that is Xander Albers. Nice two-handed dunk the last game.
He's first of the year.
Yeah, he's a high flyer. So Xander averages about 15 points a game. He's a 6'4 senior. The other forward is Kiefer Glenn. He's a 6'2 senior, and in the middle, not necessarily your prototypical post player, Logan Wetzel. He's 6'4 and a senior. And the Legacy Sabres in that starting lineup start 5 seniors tonight. I guess one of the keys to the game, Chuck, as we get set for tip-off here is who's going to guard Ryan Erickson?
6'10". Somebody's got to guard a big guy, and I got a feeling they're going to mix guys up. But to me, they're going to I think they're going to try to get some body. And Kiefer Glenn, he's a big, thick kid. I know he's only 6'2", but I can see him doing a little bit of pushing down low and trying to body him up. Probably see a little bit of Xander Albers maybe, inside, although he's more of an outside guy. Wetzel's 6'4", but that's a matchup to me that who's going to do it, and I think it's going to start with Kiefer Glenn. I'd be really shocked if he wasn't the guy that was going to get that first start at him.
Erickson and Albers will jump it up, and the tip is won and controlled by the Century Patriots. Isaiah Schaefer sets the offense for Century. William Ware against man-to-man defense. Post up Erickson, quick double team. Erickson dribbles out of that, fires it down low off the hands of Doppler.
Well, it was Xander Albers guarding him, TD. I was wrong. That's not the first time.
Kiefer Glenn mishandles it, sets the offense to Landon Schatz. Near side Logan Wetzel, and here comes Legacy in those white uniforms, the gold trim. Kiefer Glenn dissects the left side of the lane. Kick out to Logan Wetzel. Jab right, go left, pull up, elbow jumper, tough shot, missed it. Rebound shots. Second chance for Legacy. Handoff shots for three. Yes!
Shots started the game against Mandan with a quick trigger three. TD, step back from the right wing.
Landon Schatz delivers. Post up Erickson. Skip past Schaefer. Open. 3 ball. Nope. Wide left. Rebound, weak side, Ryan Erickson. Battling. Now in the corner, Doppler sets for three. Nope. Xander Albers has a rebound. Here comes Legacy 2-on-2. Oh, and Albers cranks one into the first row.
You think he's a little fired up? One turnover apiece. We've had a few risers from the Legacy White today, both the girls and the boys.
Nice crowd here.
Yes.
Legacy student section is engaged already. The Century will come alive in a moment. Doppler step back, right wing jumper, book it.
Doppler, he's a specimen. 6'4", junior, 17 points, 7 rebounds. He can score from all 3 levels.
Legacy by a point. They look back door. Shots, free throw line, Glenn blocked. Return to center as Erickson got a piece of that. One of the leading shot blockers in the West region. Century back on the attack in their blue uniforms, the white trim. Legacy man-to-man. Ware thought about a three. Doppler drives, pulls up, shot it short. Just short arm that one from the middle of the lane.
Good defense by Albers coming in to adjust that shot.
Legacy gets a quick reversal on the far sideline, and there's Wetzel. Kiefer Glenn in attack mode, drops it on the baseline to land in shots. Straight away Wetzel. Couple bounces left. Looks back door, can't get it to him. Screen and roll with Lacombe. Pick and pop. Wetzel has to beat the shot clock buzzer, no good. Weak side rebound and a carom cleared there by Ryan Erickson of Century.
Erickson just chalk up a double-double to that kid.
3-2, Legacy on top. And you get a post up for Anthony Doppler. Skips it cross court. Now a post up Erickson. Double team comes. Erickson retreats. They're doubling off a Trahan. Now a quick extra pass. Doppler lost the handle. And it's going to stay Century basketball.
Yeah, Wetzel clearly hit it out. I'm not sure why he didn't grab it. Maybe it hit the out-of-bounds line.
5 to shoot for the Patriots.
So now they've got Kiefer Glenn matched up against Erickson. So I wasn't completely wrong, Todd.
No, I think that's probably the matchup that they would like. Off a double screen. Schaefer back to Doppler. Doppler doesn't know the shot clock. He was the guy taking the ball out, so he didn't ever look, and that's a turnover on Century.
The coach mattered. Arms crossed, head turned. If that isn't one of the standards that we've seen in sometimes for him, would you call it the disappointment look?
Yeah. Century man-to-man. Legacy back in the front court. They're moving left to right across your television screen or your iPad screen or your phone. Or good passing lane defense there by William Ware. How about 6'7" guarding a guy that's like 5'9"?
Swiss Army knife.
Ware gets into a defensive stance. Lacombe goes around him, and he's going to be tripped up. I think that's going to be on the drive in the way it looks. Yep.
Going to call it on Ware and just good job of Lacombe keeping that dribble alive. I think it was on Lacombe, right? That he had it.
Yep.
He's relentless. Watching him, man, he has great handles. He's fearless. I mean, Lacombe's only 5'9", but as he showed, they're not afraid to get in with the bigs.
Jackson Kellogg into the game, the former Century Patriot. Transferred to Legacy. You want to think he wants to have a good game tonight? Kiefer Glenn attacking. No, misses it. Kept alive by Kellogg.
Call a $100 move. 10-cent finish right there.
Quiet start offensively for both these two teams. Defense is locked in. Schaefer hooks a pass. Baseline Trahan. Nope, too strong. Weak side battle by Erickson. Kept alive. Repost Erickson. Layup good. No, he missed it. William Ware lays it in.
I think that was blocked away by Wetzel. And then the ball went right to Ware, and Ware with the power move on the left side and the finish.
Offensive glass, rebound, and score for Century, and they lead 4-3 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Financial solutions for your life and business. The bank for business people. Good to have BNC Bank on as our season-long scoreboard sponsor, and there's an unforced error on Legacy.
Turnover number 2, and possessions are so important when you're playing a team with the firepower that the Patriots have. I mean, averaging 87 points a game, you got to take advantage of every single possession, and the nonchalant turnover that wasn't forced or wasn't, forced by the Patriots, you don't like.
Doppler comes cross court to Ware. They're looking inside to Erickson. They get it to him. Double team, extra pass, nice pass, Doppler, wide open, Schaefer for 2.
Yeah, first to get it out of the hands of Erickson, but it got in that corner to Tran, and a great find with Schaefer cutting to the glass.
Even the pass by Erickson to get it out of the double team was impressive. 3-point shot missed by Xander Albers. Albers gets it back, goes up, too strong. Pogo sticks a rebound, no good.
Erickson in his face, didn't get the block, but got an adjust.
Xander Albers cannot convert, and it's 6-3 Century. Legacy switching on the defensive end. Doppler rises and fires from the free throw line, no good. Albers high for a rebound for Legacy. Kiefer Glenn into the front court. Sabres stuck on 3. Here's a 3 for Lacombe. No, too strong. Kellogg rebounds. Second chance for Legacy. Kiefer Glenn. Crossover there for Kellogg. Leaves it for Glenn. Backing his way in. Now in the corner. Kellogg backing in. Taken away. And now you're going to get a foul on Jackson Kellogg. Probably just too much dribbling there for the Sabres.
Just good, tough defense with the Patriots kind of keeping them in that corner, using the out-of-bounds line as an extra defender.
And reminder, we'll be back on the air tomorrow on the PSP Network. Doubleheader action. We got Williston at Minot in a boys basketball contest, and we'll be crosstown here at Shiloh Christian for a good Class B boys basketball matchup. Beulah at Shiloh.
You and me again there, TD?
I think so.
The swimming is off. You're stepping in for our good buddy Scotty tomorrow.
Post up Erickson. Double team comes.
Whoopsie.
Oh, there's your riser. That was high and outside, and it's a turnover.
I think he was trying to get the crowd involved. He saw the big red in the corner, the Century Patriot crowd, and he's got to give him a pass over there to get him all jacked up.
Substitutions on. Tyler Burst is in for the Century Patriots. You mentioned Braden Widener is on. He pulls up the microwave in off the bench, no good. Outlet to Tyler Burst, and here comes Century. Burst gets a post up for Doppler. Spinning, operating, going up. Ooh, he couldn't finish it, but he had a big size advantage there. It was 6'4" against 5'9".
They call that on, it was Widener, I was going to say. As, we talked about the 3 levels with Doppler. Recognized he had the mismatch, got in that post out, and what a great move as he, faked with that right shoulder, drop step, almost had an and one.
Misfires on the first free throw, knocks down the second one.
How nice is it to have guys, Doppler, Schaefer, Erickson? I mean, it's basically the double double machines or the double figures machines. I mean, Schaefer 22.5, 20 for Erickson, 17 for Doppler.
Yep.
That's, I don't know how many seniors in that crew. 0.
Chase Knoll on, his shot blocked by Erickson. Another block for Ryan Erickson. Hasn't scored yet tonight, but he's impacting the game in other ways.
2 blocks and adjust.
Post up, Erickson almost throws it away, and he did throw it away.
Well, Erickson's getting double teamed. That's one thing that Coach Horner's doing from the defensive perspective is they're bringing another guard down on him, forcing him to get the pass. And one thing he's got to do, if you remember Dexter Warner when he'd get double teamed, Todd, he'd hold the ball with 2 hands, under control over his head, and he'd find the open guy. The one-handed baseball pass, that's not quite the same level.
Yep. And a timeout on the courts. Your Hub National Insurance timeout. You can call them today for your personal and business insurance needs. 7-3 in a slow-scoring first half. It'll get picked up here in a moment. 11:04 to play. We're back after this timeout. Play in the first half. We're back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Hey fans, tonight's game brought to you in part by the Medicine Shop of Bismarck. We're proud to support local athletes. You get your flu shot today at the Medicine Shop. Chuppy Clinic also offers more than just basic adjustments of the spine. Chuppy Clinic, proud to bring you tonight's game. Find them online at chuppy.com. Century on top, 7-3 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Patriots man-to-man, Legacy on the attack. Widener to Wetzel. Albers now back to Wetzel. Cross-court pass, Chase Knoll. Driving. Ooh, almost shuffled the puppies. Albers fires a desperation three there, and he missed it. One and done for the Sabres. Schaefer in the front court. Widener challenging him, and now a shot blocked. And going to be a hit on the elbow there. Widener's going to pick up his second.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. He was holding his head. He thought he had all ball. You know, one thing's amazing. I look at Isaiah Schaefer, TD. He's shooting 40 of 75 from three-point line. How ridiculous is that?
He's missed a few free throws this year, so pretty soon his three-point percentage is going to be better than his free throw percentage.
Yeah, free throw shooting 23 of 60, or excuse 60, 23 of 30 for 77%. That's un-Schaefer-like. His brother has a record for Bismarck High, I think like 97%. The Patriots, they'll remember him as Taylor Schaefer hit 3 free throws with no time on the clock to beat the Patriots in West Region tournament game back in the day.
Another turnover by Legacy. Century, since that early three, is pitching a shutout here, and bingo! Corner pocket three ball is down for Isaiah Schaefer.
Well, right on cue.
Century with an 11-0 run here. Shots started the scoring for Legacy, and it's been all Century since. They're going to reach in foul, a little nickel and dimer on Connor Trahan.
The problem that Century's playing such great defense, TD, there's like 3 times in 3 possessions where they were struggling to get a shot off. They're not even getting quality looks right now.
Yeah, too many turnovers too. Just empty possessions. Lacombe has to lob it in. Kellogg wants to try baseline, forces his way in and scores.
That's just great strengths by Jackson Kellogg. Kind of Charles Barkley dribbles it down and then just powers up over the top of a smaller Tyler Burst.
11-5, Patriots on top. And I get a hand check on the way in on Legacy. Well, Lucas Kupfer's on for Legacy.
He missed the game last week as he had some flu. He's tall and skinny.
The lanky Lucas Kupfer.
He looks like his brother, though.
Schaefer catch and shoot air balls. It missed everything. Good hustle on the weak side. Legacy, now Century. Trahan engaging. Brady Dahl's also in there.
Dahl comes flying from across court, TD, to get on the action like it's a fumble.
Yeah. It was Hinderer and Brady Dahl that were diving in there. And Legacy gets a stop. Let's see if they can turn that into points on the offensive end with 9:22 to play here first half. Albers from the right wing. Looks for a couple cuts, goes on the block. Kellogg backing his way in, and he tried to slip a pass to Kupfer, but that's kicked out of bounds by Century. Legacy with 15 to shoot has possession. We'll tell you that tonight's game brought to you in part by Chuppy Clinic. You can find them online at chuppy.com. Kellogg plays catch with Lacombe. Now up top, Albers. Albers wants to go into a double team, missed the shot. Ware rebounds. That was good defense there by Century. Good contest right there.
Ware just matches up, obviously, height-wise and athletic ability, and just a tough defense by him against Xander.
Schaefer gives it to Ware, who gives it to Hinderer, who now gives it to Tyler Burst. Burst to Ware. In the paint, Dahl, extra pass, Schaefer. No, kicked out. Hinderer for three. Nope. Long rebound, and Kellogg clears it. It's going to be a foul and a reach in there on Tyler Burst.
Good energy burst off the bench, and Coach Mattern surely isn't going to fault him for that one as they both kind of hustled down that long rebound. Good hustle by Kellogg, and strong kid with his big, strong legs on him, too. You can see why he's such a good middle linebacker for the Sabres.
Kind of came out of nowhere in the football season.
Not kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, all of a sudden we started hearing people talk about him, and then we saw him on some TV and some videos, and man, he was all over the field.
I saw him in one JV football game be a one-man wrecking crew. The next thing you know, he was doing the same thing in the varsity games. Kellogg backing in. Albers off the hands of Kupfer. That's a turnover. And probably just bad spacing there for Legacy.
Yeah, try to get it to Kupfer, and one thing Kupfer he had Erickson kind of on his back, didn't hold his ground, and then he was probably trying so hard to hold off Erickson that he couldn't get to the ball.
Century and Legacy kind of locked in a defensive battle here in the first half. Trahan comes near side to burst. A couple bounces around the defense, layup good.
Good rip move against Brett Lacombe, and he ripped, and there was nobody with no weak side help, and just a great finish right there by Burst.
You know, that's a play there, Chuck, where Ryan Erickson actually helps that layup because he draws so much attention.
Absolutely.
Kellogg backing his way in. Oh, and he traveled.
5th turnover for the Sabres. Just, I mean, nothing going on. You got 5 points in, 11 minutes-ish? Something like that, and that's not good.
That's half a point a minute. That's not good. That won't get it done. Anthony Doppler in the right baseline. Cross court, Ware. Back cross court, Trahan. Contested 3, nope, airbanked it. Flat-footed rebound for Kiefer Glandon. Century leads 13-5 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. I can tell you tonight's game brought to you by Tires Plus. Can't go wrong with Tires Plus. Visit them online at TiresPlusND.com. Ring it up!
Albers, left wing, he loves the wing. You cannot leave him open. He had 4 last game and part of his 27-point explosion against the Braves.
Albers from downtown. Second made 3 of the game for Legacy. Here to answer, bingo! Connor Trahan from downtown.
Well, you cannot leave him open. 24 of 57. I was shocked to see that he shot that many times from 3, but I know last year the little bit he played, I mean, he's got a good-looking stroke there.
Century has doubled up Legacy, 16-8. Pull-up baseline shot, no good for Logan Wetzel. Century clears, and here comes the Patriots leading by 8. Anthony Doppler, handoff Trahan, between the rings, burst. Ware, post up Erickson. Double team comes. Oh, Erickson goes around the double team, and he falls his way into Kiefer Glenn, and the big man, Erickson, will go to the line.
Coach Horner's kind of coaching up. He's saying, hey, here's the idea of the double team is you got to stay square to the ball handler, the guy that's on the base that's getting the basketball, and Erickson, and then it's going to come high. Do not let him go to the baseline. That's you're supposed to use the baseline as the extra defender, and just I think it was just such a quick move that Kiefer Glenn was not prepared for that quickness that the 6'10" Ryan Erickson showed. I love that he got in the block, and what I loved even better is that they gave him the basketball. There's been a couple times where he's posted up, and he has not got a look.
Erickson gets 1 of 2. Yeah, I mean, if they're going to double team, you got to throw it in there because it's the easiest offense in the world.
Somebody's got to be open, right?
Exactly. You don't even have to set a pick. You don't have to make a cut. You just throw it to your post, and you got a guy wide open. Glenn, Lacombe crossing over, lost the handle, poke checked away by Schaefer. Outlet pass, and it's stolen by Kellogg. Kellogg back, floating, count it! And a foul on Erickson.
Well, the turnover by Kellogg, and then the quick push, and then he got the basketball going down that left side, and he just showed his strength, his will, his determination, and his fearlessness as he went at the big guy. That was, let's mark that one down, huh? Potential, the 5:35 mark.
And that was a high-flying play, too. An athletic finish there by Jackson Kellogg.
And he gets the and one.
The old-fashioned three-point play.
5 points for him, 3 for Xander Elbers, 3 for Landon Schatz.
17-11, just what the doctor ordered for Legacy. A little three-point play. Oh, there's a joust. Return to sender as Trahan's shot is blocked out of bounds. I think Logan Wetzel got that.
Yeah, Logan Wetzel, good defense there as he read the crossover dribble to the baseline.
Brady Dahl, post up Doppler, fading and swishing it.
Good, strong move by him. Is it Dunauer, I think, is in the basketball, or Derek Schlittenhardt in the basketball game. Just 6 foot. Doppler knew he had a mismatch.
Now a drive and a shot put up there by Schlittenhardt.
Didn't take long, right out of bed, huh?
Yep. I'm the microwave. I'm going to attack. I come into the game hot. No need for me to warm up.
No.
Century back. They lead by 8. Doppler one step pull up off the back iron. Ooh, that's a big boy rebound there.
Yeah,
and now you're going to get a tie up.
Uh-oh.
Xander Elbers and Brady Dahl got tangled up.
And hey, you know what? If you're head coach Jason Horner, I'm a little fired. They were just playing hard. Nobody threw any punches. Nobody did anything. Hey, settle down, fans. I mean, that was just two guys going at it, and Elbers kind of spinning around, and Dahl kind of lost his footing, but he had a smile on his face.
I like it. Was Xander Elbers just walked over and shook Brady Dahl's hand.
There you go.
Hey, we know one thing. Brady Dahl took a lot of hits in the football season.
Oh,
so
he did.
He's not afraid to get tangled up. And obviously neither is Xander Elbers. 19-11. Doppler, turnover. Here comes Lacombe. Coast to coast, yes!
Good quick return on that turnover as Lacombe got it and finished on the right side.
A little energy.
And the fans are getting him in it.
A little tangle between Elbers and Brady Dahl is seemingly roused up this home crowd. Chase Knoll around the defense, banks it home, middle lane.
I turned the corner on Brady Dahl, jumped up in the air, and I liked how he used the glass. That one was purposeful. The free throw by Zoe Austin last game, or whoever made, that was not purposeful. That one was.
19-15, nice little run here as Century leads by 4. William Ware misses a shot.
Okay, now I'm confused. It's the Legacy fans that are wearing red. What am I missing, TD?
I don't know.
Okay, there's something going on. Maybe somebody can text me and tell me why that's a fact. Because Century's colors are red and blue and white.
Lacombe attacking the free throw line. Schlittenhart tried to throw a pass through somebody's legs, and that's a turnover. Century by 4. Nice little answer here in the waning seconds of the first half. Waning minutes, I beg your pardon. Schaefer gets the post up to Doppler. On a cut, they try to get it to William Ware, and it's taken away again.
6 turnover for the Patriots.
Well, Legacy's getting stops. Lacombe on the way in gets bumped. No shot. Connor Trahan picks up his first.
There's 5 team fouls for each side with 3 minutes. That's pretty good. Yep. Very well played. A lot of energy, a lot of flow to it. Even though teams haven't scored much, they're still getting up and down.
A couple subs back on. Xander Elbers back in. Jackson Kellogg back on.
Erickson checks in for the Patriots.
Lob into Elbers. Hand back Wetzel. Back to Elbers. Pull up three-pointer. Ooh, that's a tough shot.
Yeah, that's not the one you want. Coach Horner chewing on the ear of Elbers.
That's a good closeout and contest there by Trahan, too. Post up Erickson. Rises, no good. Rebound, battle. Schaefer in the trees. Kick out Doppler for 3. No. Rebound, burst. Third chance now for Century. Cross-court pass. Trahan just down there. I'm wide open. I'm calm. I'm cool. I missed a shot.
You know, are they going to call a foul on Doppler? Hey, one thing too, Todd, with Trahan, as I'm watching him, he was kind of standing straight up, flat-footed. And as I was watching that, that's one of those that diagonal passes that, hey, get squared up, get down on your base. When you're a good shooter like that, you got to be prepared before you get the basketball, and it did not look like he was that time.
Kellogg almost lost the handle, running. Mayer, oh, missed by Logan Wetzel.
It's halfway down.
Yeah, Heartbreak Hotel. 2:08 to play first half. Century on top, 19-15. Highly contested first half. Schaefer, layup good. Count it, and a foul.
Jackson Kellogg playing with his back on the weak side as Coach Horner's kind of talking to him saying, hey, when you're playing weak side defense, you got to be opened up to where the opposite side, and he's going to come out now. Coach Horner, I think he's probably looking at an assistant saying, hey, talk him through that one. as what he's supposed to be doing. As Kellogg came over just a hair too late, and he getting his second personal foul. And tell you what, he makes a difference when he's in there, Todd.
Yep.
I mean, he's a body, he's an aggressive, he can play defense.
Schaefer gets the old-fashioned three-point play, and the Patriots lead 22-15. Reminder after the game, we'll have our post-game show, as always, brought to you by the Planning Team Financial Advisors. They're helping clients work towards financial freedom at Planning Team Financial Advisors. Double team on the post up for Chase Knoll. Kupfer's on. Knoll gives it off to Kiefer Glenn. Chase Knoll spinning into a double team, taken away. Century had a breakout, but Burst couldn't get it up the floor, and now what do you get?
I'm not sure. Oh, jeez. A technical foul on who? They're going to call it on Chase Knoll. As Chase Knoll, he's like, I don't even know what I did. And coach and the officials saying, yes, you did. You said something. Coach Horner's kind of looking over at the official, kind of shaking his head. Is that go down as a personal foul too in high school?
Yep.
They post that on him. But with Schaefer, I'm looking at the guys shooting the free throws, and Doppler's 83. Guess he's 76.
Schaefer gets one of two. Technical foul whistled on Chase Knoll. That goes as his first personal. And Central will have the basketball. Patriots lead by 8.
9 points by Isaiah Schaefer. Just one for Ryan Erickson. Quiet first half for him. He hasn't touched the ball. I get a feeling the second half, he's going to get his double-double. He'll be a factor.
Century sets the offense in the hands of Tyler Burst. Comes to the left wing. Top of the key, Doppler. Rips through, and on the way in, he's going to be fouled, and Anthony Doppler is going to shoot 2.
It's that old-fashioned rip move. Albers guarding him strong. Ripped, created that separation, went right down the lane on the right side. Albers trying to challenge him, but picked up his first personal foul, as you said.
Doppler misfires.
He's the 83% free throw shooter.
Century's been 1 for 2 the whole night. Well, except for the and one that Schaefer made.
Yeah.
They missed every other one. Doppler gets 1 of 2. Century had a lot of mileage out of that exact same play when Josh Sipes was at the top of the key.
Oh, yeah.
Ripped through and run that same set for several years now, have the Patriots. Century, man-to-man defense. Kiefer Glenn. Erickson is kind of sagging off of him. Wetzel. Shots. Albers. Yes! And a bump on Trahan. Count it, the hoop and the arm.
Rip move for him as well. And then the slide, the glide back to the middle, the kiss off the glass, the N1 opportunity. I like that one too.
Trahan picks up his second. Mentioned that most recent Class A boys basketball poll. Century number 1, Minot number 2, Davies 3, Bismarck High 4, West Fargo Cheyenne number 5. The old-fashioned three-point play for Albers. He's only counting in threes tonight.
6 for him.
Schaefer around the defense in the paint. Yes, tough pull-up, and he got it.
Just cleared the lane, let Schaefer take his guy one-on-one, and he finished.
8-point lead for Century with 40 seconds to play first half. Logan Wetzel. Shot put up by Glenn, and Erickson got him.
Good take by Kiefer Glenn, averaging 7 points a game. That lane opened up for him. He just went right at Erickson, turned the corner, and Erickson just kind of leaned in a little bit. I think tapped him on the arm, helped him up right away. Matty Crest, Mike Wolf. Matty Crest is assistant for girls basketball, formerly known as Matty Buck.
That was a pretty good player for the Century Patriots.
She wasn't bad.
Yeah. Kiefer Glenn misfires on the free throw, the 6'2 senior.
Mike Wolf. Scott Wolf is, I don't know, big or little brother. He's coach of Wilton Wing, formerly from, not Yeah, he's from Wing, right?
Yep.
Yep.
We'll have them on the air on Monday.
Kind of hit me. Wilton, Wing. Wing's kind of a long way from Wilton. Isn't it?
Yeah, 20 miles.
Okay.
No, maybe more than that. Probably 30.
I think that's what I was. I hunt
maybe
over there.
40.
I didn't even realize. Like, gosh, how the hell are you together?
Well, that'll get your team fired up. Loose ball, and Lacombe just dove on the turf.
Let him go. Tyler Burst is full of energy. He gives you lots of bursts. You bring in guys like that. They're awesome to be able to bring off the bench. From in terms of scoring production, Tyler Burst, he's going to get you a ton of points, right? He's averaging 4 a game, just 3 rebounds. But man, he comes in and he gets in your face.
Yeah, he's not afraid to put his nose in there.
All right. Hold on, everybody. What's going on?
Get a late substitution in or try to get Brady Dahl in.
4.
For Trahan because he's got 2 fouls.
Okay. He's Coach Mattern saying, he's right there. Let him in. He's saying, no, you weren't quite there yet.
Some friendly banter.
Yep.
With 15 seconds to play in the first half. There's no real love lost between these two teams. I can tell you that. Especially when Legacy has won 4 straight. Driving is Lacombe, double pump, yeah! Doppler to beat the halftime buzzer, that's no good. Brett Lacombe ends the first half in style for the Legacy Sabres, and we go to the break with the Patriots on top, number 1 Century on top by 5. BNC Bank scoreboard at halftime as our halftime activities are next on the PSP Network. It's Century 26, Legacy 21.
Thanks for buying some room.
At Prairie Rose Family Dentists, we treat our patients like family. We have 14 highly experienced dentists with incredibly caring dental teams. We have more locations, more services, and extended hours to make sure your dental needs get fulfilled, your questions get answered, and you have the comfortable and high-quality experience you deserve. Call us or visit our website to schedule an appointment today. Prairie Rose Family Dentists. We are family.
The North Dakota Safety Council is dedicated to preventing injuries and saving lives by offering hundreds of safety courses. The NDSC helps workers return home safely every night and make sure schools are ready for any emergency. Our first aid training and defensive driving courses help save lives. We empower people through personal protection courses and operational risk assessments for businesses. We're a private, nonprofit organization committed to making North Dakota's homes, schools, communities, workplaces, and roads the safest in the nation. Learn more at ndsc.org.
Not good first half brewing here. As Century got out strong, Legacy got energized midway through that first half, and the Patriots, that's the Century Patriots, they lead 26-21 over their crosstown rival, the Legacy Sabres. As defensive battle, low scoring, probably be in the 50s the way that it looks, and I think both teams are going to take some piece parts of that into the halftime and say, all right, we did these things good, we did these things bad, and we're going to make some adjustments and roll it out in the second half.
When you go back and look at scores where Legacy's defeated the Patriots, it's the 60s, the 63-60, the 64-63, 64-58. So in terms of pace of play, I think this is exactly what Coach Horner wants. Do offensive execution isn't exactly what he wants, but hey, when you're holding a team that's scoring 87 points a game, Todd, to just 26 in the first half, you definitely got a smile on your face from that part for the coach saying, all right, defensively, we're executing exactly what we talked about in practice this week, but offensively, we've got to figure something out.
Yeah, we're going to double team Ryan Erickson and make these other guys play. And you got the number 2 and number 3 defensive teams in the league in regards to points allowed. So not necessarily going against the script here. Had a sense that this might be one of these type of mutter games.
Yeah.
Hey, quick look at our upcoming PSP Network schedule. Friday nights, that's tomorrow night. You got Williston at Minot streaming live on the PSP Network. You also got Class B boys basketball. Beulah and Shiloh, 2 teams that have been ranked in the top 10 in Class B, will match up at Shiloh tomorrow night. Saturday, you got Dickinson at Minot girls basketball, and then next Tuesday, Legacy at Minot in boys hockey, and then a doubleheader. It's the home and away for the Century Patriots and the Minot Magicians. Century will host Minot in boys basketball in a 1 versus 2 matchup, and Century will be at Minot in a girls basketball matchup. Catch all 3 of those games on the PSP Network. We break and our halftime rolls on from Hausler Gymnasium in Northeast Bismarck on the campus of Legacy High School. Chuckle digging into the first half numbers when we come back at the break. At halftime on the PSP Network on your BNC Bank scoreboard, it is Century 26, Legacy 21.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
This broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Planning Team Financial, Sport Clips, Tires Plus, Bismarck LASIK, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, The Medicine Shop, Hub International Insurance, The Chuppy Clinic, and Prairie Rose Family Dentists.
There's your Century School song being played and recognized here at halftime as Century leads by 5 with the break, and Chuck has the first half numbers.
All right, for the Sabres, 6 guys in the scoring column, led by Xander Albers. He's got a 3, a 2, and a free throw. That makes 6-3 for Landon Schatz as he hit the first 3 of the game. Then we didn't hear about him the rest of the game. Brett Lacombe finished strong with 4 points, 5 for Jackson Kellogg. He does have 2 personal fouls, though. 2 points for Chase Knoll, and then 1 for Kiefer Glenn for their total of 21. For the Century Patriots, Isaiah Schaefer continues his hot hand this season as he has half of his season average of 22. He has 11 in the first half. 6 for Anthony Doppler. 3 for Connor Trahan on just 1 3. Tyler Burst has a 2. William Ware has a 2. And then Ryan Erickson does not have a field goal in the first half as he is 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He has a couple fouls as well for their total of 26. The big lead of the first half was 19-11. The Patriots led by 8, but the Sabres kind of battled back. They're actually down 26-18 until they finished scored the last 3 points of that first half. So we're sitting at 26-21. I wouldn't even call it a mutter. I mean, we've been in mutters at 26-21, and this is just teams just playing hard, getting up and down the floor, and just a well-played first half, 26-21. Just the foul troubles. Ryan Erickson has 2, and Jackson Kellogg with 2. We'll most likely see both those guys back on the floor right away to start the second half.
Yeah, well done there. As Century led by 11 of Isaiah Schaefer. Albers, that's Xander Albers, leads Legacy with 6. Final scores on your BNC scoreboard update. You had earlier today, you heard it right here and watched it on the PSP Network. It was Century defeating Legacy 72-42, and a thriller in Jamestown tonight. The Minot Majets led by 9 at halftime. Jamestown came storming back. Maggie Fricky hits a half quarter to win the game.
No way.
For the Minot Majets. 62-61, the final from Jamestown tonight in a WDA girls basketball matchup. And then obviously you've got the only boys game on the slate tonight is right here in Century, or right here at Legacy, is Century at Legacy in town. Here's upcoming action for these two teams. Century next will be at Minot, as we mentioned. The boys will be at home against Minot. Next action for Legacy is, boy, they've got Murderers Row here. They play Bismarck High the 18th.
Jeez.
So you play number 1 and then you play number 2 if you're the Legacy Sabres. All right, that'll do it for our halftime. Our second half kicks off next. At the break on your BNC Bank scoreboard, it is Century 26, Legacy 21.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust,
Like our convenient online banking.
along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoom, zoom?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance? If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics. Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Got a little AC/DC jamming in the background. Legacy looking for a little thunderstruck here to kickstart that offense here in the second half as Albers, Wetzel, Schatz, Lacombe, and Glenn be on the court for the Sabres. Century will counter with Erickson, Doppler, Trahan, Schaefer, and Ware. Well, I think if you said that Kiefer Glenn and Ryan Erickson have the same amount of points at halftime, you'd say Legacy would be ahead.
I would say that if that's the matchup of mano a mano and they're all tied at 1, that's a good program.
High-low off the hands of Anthony Doppler as that's a pass there that Erickson just got to throw it up by the rim.
Yeah, he's trying to do the one-handed pass again, Todd. That was the one-handed kind of hard pass, and he just make the simple ones.
Century by 5, 26-21. In the paint, Lacombe, kick out. Kiefer Glenn comes into the lane. Century gets a hip pass there. Erickson's going to go coast to coast. Ryan Erickson backs his way in, scores!
Good control by Erickson. He gets the steal, gets the breakout, and as people are screaming, get it to a guard, he's like, I got it. Gets under control, jump stop, goes right at the defender.
Yeah, and I thought for a second, oh, this is a charge waiting to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And somehow the big fella slammed on the brakes enough to lay in 2, his first field goal of the night. Glenn cut off. He's going to stop and pop and hits.
Well, he did a complete 360 on the pivot foot, came back around to the center, and he looked at, hey, Erickson's about 3 feet off me. So Ryan hits one. I got to keep with him. 3-3, those two.
That's just lulling the defense to sleep. There's a post pass. Doppler goes up and scores it over Albers.
Doppler, he's been getting on the block. That's his second shot made in the block. He's just showed again. He started out as a smaller guard, and now he's 6'4", and take advantage of it, right?
Well, yeah, because with Legacy with this lineup out there, either Schatz or Lacombe has got to guard Doppler. There's a pull-up by Wetzel from the top of the key area, no good. Century by 7. So you got Lacombe guarding Doppler. They post him up again. Oh, there's a cut by Trahan. They missed him. Doppler, almost a double dribble.
I thought it was a double dribble, but Fisher was right there, so they were watching it and overplayed defense. So Doppler just took advantage of it, went to the baseline, got fouled from behind by Logan Wetzel, his first personal foul.
Central triggered in. Quick substitution on is Jackson Kellogg. Saw that mismatch, so you bring Kellogg in to guard Doppler. Post up Erickson. Hook pass. Where? Shot fake. Oh, and he got hit.
What a great move. And, that's what you got to get. I mean, that's coaching, but that's also kind of feel for the game. As Erickson gets double teamed, that was much better under control. Great cut to the basket by William Ware, and then a good delivery by Erickson.
Yeah, it looked like there was a plan to that one instead of just a self-defense hook pass that I'm throwing because I got surprised by the 17th time in a row they double teamed me.
Exactly. That was like, okay, I took some time. I learned from my mistakes in the first half. Lessons learned. That's what it's all about.
William Ware knocks down both from the charity stripe, and Century leads by 9. Nice little 6-2 start here to the second half for the Patriots. Logan Wetzel, Century confused on a screen and roll from the wing. Wetzel can't convert.
Well, that's one he usually makes, man. He's money from the wide open like that from the three-point line.
Schaefer back for Century. High post Doppler, lob over the top. Oh. And Century again, I think you just got to put a little bit more air under that, and it get tipped, and it's off of Erickson. Turnover Patriots.
What I like that Erickson did, though, he said, "Hey, that's my bad. I had good position. You got the ball to me. I got to catch that. I got to finish." But you're right. I think you get it up a little higher. No way is anybody going to even get their hand in the way.
Albers comes near side wing. Lacombe, not a Wetzel. Handoff Lacombe. Lost the handle. Now it's a foot race. 6'10 Erickson almost up ahead. Here's William Ware. Layup, yes.
Nice shuffle pass by Doppler up to William Ware. Good hustle by Erickson, too, staying in front of that one.
William Ware's got 4 here in the second half. And an early timeout by head coach Jason Horner of Legacy. And you got a Hub International Insurance timeout on the court. They're located on Boulder Ridge Road in North Bismarck. Century leads 34-23 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Second half action from Legacy after this timeout on the PSP Network.
If your eyes could talk, they'd tell you life is better with LASIK. No more reaching for your glasses. No more dry eye from overwearing your contact lenses. Right now, Bismarck LASIK is offering free consultations for LASIK procedures. Break free from the daily hassles and expenses of glasses and contacts. Life is clearly better. Book your free consultation today with Bismarck LASIK and see the difference. Call 222-2020 or schedule online at bismarcklasik.com.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
I got a Division I athlete from Century in the house tonight.
Andrew Lengang, K-State, right?
Playing at Kansas State, you bet.
I'm guessing he redshirted this year.
Century on top by 11. Kellogg thought about a 3. Lacombe searching, now far sideline to Wetzel. Screen and roll there. Ooh, taken away by Doppler. And what do you get?
I'm going to guess they got a foul on somebody. Ooh, 3. They're going to call Doppler with the rip away, and Coach Mattern had the hands out going, what in the heck? Explain that one to me. Doppler's second personal foul, just the first team foul the second half for the Patriots.
It might have been a foul, but the debate there was Doppler had the ball for a second or two before the foul got called. So
was the whistle not in your mouth? What was going on, right?
Wetzel to the block, straight away. Kellogg, yes!
Good square up, recognized that William Ware gave him some space, and Jackson Kellogg, he can hit the 3. That's his 8th of the year.
Big hoop there for Legacy. Century had stretched that thing out to an 11-point lead. Legacy back. Century, double screen for Schaefer. Way out there. Schaefer, not a Trahan, now open Ware. Corner 3 ball, no, off the iron. Long rebound, Trahan. Kick out Schaefer. Pull up for 3, no, short. Rebound tipped, and Lacombe has it for Legacy.
That was a smart play by Glenn. He wasn't going to get it, but he didn't want Erickson to get it, so he tapped it away to his own guy.
Century 34, Legacy 26. Scoop to the hoop by Albers, short. Erickson rebounds it, hands it off to Schaefer, and here comes Century. Up by 8 of the Patriots. Post up Doppler. Thinking, spinning, scooping. Ware rebounds, and you're going to get a foul.
I like the effort inside by Doppler. I don't know if Coach Mattern liked it as much as I did. Maybe the attempted shot wasn't quite what he was looking for, but good hustle by William Ware.
Yeah, that's that shot you take in the driveway.
At the Y, at the driveway somewhere?
I mean, that's not necessarily production quality right there. Shot missed on the baseline by Doppler. Oh, nice head out. Man pass. Oh, erased. Chase Knoll denied.
Ware off the backboard.
Yeah, denied. Now on the other end, Wetzel gets a piece. We got a block party.
Dual jousts.
Kellogg thought about a 3. Drives, and he's going to be held there by Doppler. Those two have gone toe-to-toe for years.
It's going to be 3 on Anthony Doppler. Oh.
Trayton Hinder comes on. Brady Dahl's on. Braden Widener's on for Legacy.
So shots started. Did he start the second half? I don't think he did he? He hasn't been in yet.
Yeah, I think he did.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yep. Widener, teardrop shot baseline, no good. Touched the iron twice, and it falls off harmlessly. Century still by 8. Under 13 minutes to play in the game. Hinderer thought about a reversal, go to a post-up. No double team this time. Now it comes late. Erickson fires it down low, tip to Ware, and he scored it. Lucky there for Century.
Yeah, William Ware, he has been around the basketball all night tonight, Todd. He's the early Sport Clips MVP of the game to me. Defensively, offensively, the rebounds, the putbacks, the moves, he's playing really well.
Century by 10. Chase Knoll, handoff Lacombe, driving, too strong. Rebound Erickson, gives it off to Hinderer, and here comes the Patriots. Century by 10. Schaefer in the corner, eyebrow fake, splits the defense, goes up, and a block foul. He may whistle there.
Ooh, I don't
on
like
Legacy.
That. I don't like that one. Sorry, Todd. I just felt like that was good defense by Logan Wetzel. He went over to the other official and kind of said, tell me what I'm supposed to do on that one. I shuffled my feet. I got in front of him. You bailed out Schaefer, who was completely out of control when he threw that one up.
And Isaiah Schaefer will be at the line.
Hasn't scored the second half. So, okay, we got to give his other brother some love. You know, we're always talking about Taylor Schaefer.
Oh,
so his other brother wasn't too bad. Ian Schaefer played for Bismarck High. Matter of fact, he has the most career assists all time for the Demons. So, not a bad family in Taylor and Ian. I suppose I'm guessing they bullied little brother Isaiah on occasion, you know, at the Y. And that family put a lot of time in at the Y.
Must have disliked him enough that he didn't want to go to the play for the Demons. You imagine what he would be like in that system at Bismarck High that Coach Wilhelm's running? I think that would be a lethal combination. 3-pointer missed by Legacy. Of course, both of
Eagle staff and him. Not that it's bad here.
No. Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah. Just both of his older brothers played for Bismarck High. And now Schaefer, just like that, ring it up from the right wing for Isaiah Schaefer.
Talk to me. I'll look back up at you. I was hoping for like a finger point up to a CD. That's for you guys.
Hub International Insurance, timeout on the court. Your local Hub agents, Leif Olson, Josh Cattell, can help you with your personal insurance needs. Short timeout. We're back after this break. On the PSP network, it's Legacy down to Century. It's Century 41, Legacy 26.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion, obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Yeah, the early returns on our social media and the folks that communicate with us throughout the game is, Isaiah Schaefer would probably be okay for the Demons.
Yeah, head coach Jordan Wilhelm, thanks for following along, buddy. We appreciate that, all the love that you throw out to PSP. And obviously you're playing this Legacy team next Tuesday, so got an opportunity to do a little scouting.
Century on top by 15, and the Patriots here, folks, have put the clamps on in the second half. They have tightened the screws on the defensive end. Man-to-man defense for the Patriots. Legacy near side. Now Kellogg's going to operate top of the key. One-on-one against Ware. Double teamed. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Ware.
So Jackson Kellogg, Coach Horner wanted to foul too. They said, hey, he took it to the hole. That was aggressive defense, but there was as much contact on that one as there was with the call down on this other end. And hey, as a coach, I mean, all you want is consistency. I think that's probably all anybody wants, but I like how they've officiated tonight. They let them play a little bit. It's been pretty clean.
Legacy. Albers, corner 3 ball, a little flat on that one, and Kellogg can't save it. And a little frustration setting in now for Legacy.
That's a look that Albers wanted, but do you think maybe the legs are a little tired? I mean, they've been making him work offense, defense. I haven't seen him out of the game much either, and that was a look, the shot of my legs are a little tired.
Post up Erickson, got it deep, collects. Now he retreats. Horner asking for a 3-second call. Albers clears a rebound on a missed 3 by Hinderer.
I was counting from up here. That was a lot.
Chase Knoll, quick step in the baseline. Nice play. Rising and scoring from about 6 feet.
And then fading away from Erickson, who had came over to help.
41-28, Century by 13. 10-20 to play. Schaefer open right wing. Nope. Tipped up in a rebound by Erickson. He missed it. Now a high school hideout. Jackson Kellogg layup. Yep.
How did he get open over there? I look up, Todd, and he's at the 28-foot line on the opposite end of that one. He blended into the bench perfectly.
Kellogg into double figures. Erickson. Oh, there he ran over a guy. Ryan Erickson just picked up a charge.
Got inside, and it's one of those things that it's clear Coach Jason Horner has said, okay, we're not going to let Erickson beat us. We are going to double team, triple team. Every time he touches the ball, we're going to force him to get rid of it. And while he's struggled, that's kind of one of those frustration fouls.
Braden Widener creating, and he's going to be fouled.
Good take. This is what I was talking about, Todd, with some of these guys. Chase Knoll, Widener, Schatz, Lacombe. These guys they're not afraid to get it inside. They got some good handles.
Yeah, they come in and play confident.
That's what Coach Horner was telling us. We interviewed him after the game against Manor, and he was just saying that hey, there's other kids that they're playing hard, that they're recognizing that it's team basketball. That's the way to go.
That was 3 personal fouls on Ryan Erickson, by the way, a moment ago in that charge. Yep. So he's going to be out for a few minutes as Widener gets 1 of 2. This is the same MO from the first half, Chuck. Legacy got down and then they get energized and close the gap. That's exactly how the first half played out. 10-point lead for the Patriots. 9.5 to play. Trahan for 3. No. Doppler rebounding, scoring.
Strong weak side, found that weak side spot. Trahan not shooting well, but just good hustle by Anthony Doppler, and smart to find where the ball's going to come off.
Doppler's got 10. Chase Knoll attacking, can't finish it. Doppler looked for a sideline fast break to Trahan, instead goes to Burst. Tyler Burst, the junior's on. Trahan, far corner. Post up Doppler, oh, nice takeaway. That's good post defense there by Jackson Kellogg.
Laying out to come around and getting the tip away.
Kellogg's got a strong lower body.
That's what I was just talking about. His legs, just his bases, man.
Oh, there's a head and shoulder fake. Kellogg, oh, he's blocked.
Trahan.
Thought he was fouled, did Kellogg. Doppler transition deep, 3, almost banked it in. Now it's going to be ricocheted out of bounds off of Legacy.
Hey, when you're pulling up on that one, Todd, that must mean you got the green light. That's a pull-up on a transition basket from 26 feet.
That was about maybe a half a step inside the volleyball line.
That's like, what in the heck? Years past, you'd be sitting right next to Coach Madden, I can tell you that.
Yeah, probably.
The leash is off where he used to be. Maybe everybody can pull that one. I guess if you're Doppler, if you're Schaefer, Trahan maybe.
Oh, there's a crossover. Trahan, yes! Yeah. Got around Widener and scored it.
Yeah, they're letting him kind of out on him on the three-point line, and he decided to take it right at the defense.
Back comes Legacy. Ooh, nice finish there by Braden Widener.
Widener at 14 against Mandan. Got 3 in the second half.
Oh, there's a takeaway. Albers, clear the runway, two-hand, slam, dunk.
Albers tips it away, and you can see he got his steps down, rose up, two-handed, big-time jam for him.
Here comes that Legacy crowd again. Patriots by 10. Burst, leaning in, rejected. Schaefer collects and nails it.
How about that for a response? Schaefer on the rejection from Wetzel. He doesn't need any time to get for that release.
Heating up at Hausler Gymnasium. Century still up by 13. And you get a little poke check on the far sideline. Hey fans, after the game, we'll have our MVP of the game brought to you by Sport Clips tonight. They're located on South 3rd Street in Bismarck. They're home to the MVP haircut experience. And we'll also have our move of the game brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Help you move across town or across the country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Albers. Ooh, there's a double pump. Oh, he missed it. Rebound. Kellogg out of nowhere. Lays it home.
Just good hustle and determination by Jackson Kellogg on the missed attempt by Albers.
A dozen for Kellogg. Post up Erickson. Oh, and he couldn't tiptoe the sideline. Turnover. Century.
Yeah, I don't think that's a very good post-entry pass right there, Todd. That's a tough one. Is down in the legs, way down by the ankles of Erickson.
For me personally, I've always hated that kind of wraparound post pass.
That's a Century. I don't see anybody else doing that one.
I've never liked that.
Obviously they teach it.
Yeah. I just soon shot fake, bounce it in there.
Yep.
Maybe.
I think that's what he showed him too.
There's a takeaway by Tyler Burst. Layup, good.
Burst just looking over his shoulder in the rearview mirror. He sees Lacombe coming before him, shields the basketball and the finger roll layup.
Century again back up by 13, 6.5 to play. Kellogg, a little hand check there on William Ware.
Right away, Doppler said, hey, he's pushing off on me, man. We called that one a Ware.
Ware picks up his second.
5th team foul for the Patriots. Legacy just has 4. So again, to me, you give credit to the officials, and they're playing hard, right? There's some contact going, and so the officials are letting this game as just kind of a free game, free and easy.
Lacombe gets it into Wetzel. Extra pass to Kiefer Glenn. Wild shot. Long rebound. Kellogg thought about a 3. Second chance for Legacy. Chase Knoll gets it up. And now a handoff. Knoll operating. Scoring!
Knoll on the spin around. Erickson was fortunately far enough away from him. And Knoll with his second basket inside the lane.
50-39.
Kind of hanging around.
I got an official report that it's the K is not silent. It's Knoll.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, that's a first, right?
That's a new one for me, but we're going with it.
It's like, okay.
Trahan with 8 to shoot. Fades from the baseline, air jacks it. Rebound Erickson, got to get it up to beat the buzzer, and he does.
Just great rebound on the weak side by Erickson. He leans in that 6'8" frame and flips in a shot to go.
Just the second field goal of the night for Erickson. They've been double teaming him the entire evening. Century again by 13. Legacy, there's Lacombe creating contact. He'll shoot 2.
Turn the corner. Good job by his offensive counterparts on Legacy as they kind of cleared that middle, give him some room to operate against the Patriots.
Every time I look up, Legacy's making a run here, but Century's always up by 13. Every time I look at the scoreboard, it's kind of been a joust here in the second half.
And the Patriots have been good at responding.
Lacombe misses the first of 2.
One thing you talked about the girls being bad free throw shooters for Legacy. Legacy boys number 10 in the West as well.
There's something in the water, Legacy free throw shooting. They need to invite the Knights of Columbus over and have a hoop shoot.
It's TD's Casey hoop shoot line.
That's
you own
right.
that
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, I do have a trademark on that. I got free membership into the KC whenever I want it. Take away by the Sabres.
Get them as a sponsor.
Legacy, there's a whirling dervish, and the English at the finish for Kellogg.
The right-handed spin move falling down, the left hand off the glass. Kellogg 14 now for him in the game. Well, they're going to 10 seconds as just kind of a lazy Tran, just kind of walking it up. And the official was right there. He looked up. It was at 20 seconds and went, hey, sorry, man. That's a turnover.
Yeah. 10-point lead. It's down to 10. 4:51 to play. On your BNC Bank scoreboard, 52-42. Kiefer Glenn, they sag off of him. Not a Lacombe. Back to Glenn. Left-handed. There he goes!
Kiefer Glenn, no fear in his eyes as he took it right at the leading shot blocker in the West region, and Ryan Erickson.
Down to 8. Nice little run here by Legacy. Post up Erickson. Double team comes. Somehow.
Oh, offensive foul, Todd.
It's called an offensive foul as he dislodged the double, and then it turned into a triple team.
So to me, that's one of those, Todd, square up. See the defense come to you. Somebody's got to be open. You got shooters in Schaefer. Is Tran on the floor? He's not. And Doppler, somebody's open when you're getting double teamed. Just turn and square up and find it.
Throw one pass fake out there, and then make a pass. Ooh, this would be big. Kellogg misfires for 3. This place would have gone crazy.
One thing Erickson is, though, when the ball goes up and he's in position defensively, nobody else is getting a defensive rebound.
No, he can clear the defensive glass.
Really good there.
And now Coach Darren Matter wants timeout. We'll break. Hubbard National Insurance timeout on the court. Call 355-3100. Ask for Michael Borman for your commercial insurance needs. 8-point game. 3:53 to play in the contest. BNC Bank scoreboard. Century 52, Legacy 44. Big thanks to Will Weeda running the camera for us tonight on the PSP network where it's always game day. 52-44. Century leads by 8. Crosstown rivalry game. Century led by 5 at halftime. Legacy, I think, what is it, 13-point lead? Was that the biggest lead here in the second half? 10, 12, 13?
13, yep. No, 15, 41-26.
15, yep. So Legacy has cut that in half, and still with 3:53 to play in the game, Century will have the basketball. Todd Domres, Chuck Clairmont from Legacy High School. Now they'll double team. Burst splits it, and Coach Mattern burns a quick timeout. He's got 4 left, so might as well, right? A Hubbard National Insurance timeout located on Boulder Ridge Road in North Bismarck is Hubbard National. Short timeout, we break. 52-44, Century on top.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Legacy came with the surprise half-court trapping defense there. Burst did a nice job splitting it, but Coach Mattern with 4 timeouts decided to burn one. Far sideline, 28-foot line. Schaefer will trigger it in. Century left to Erickson in with those 4 personals. He gets it, missed the shot, tipped it up, missed it, got it back, missed it again. Now Kellogg attacking. Rising, off the back iron, no good, tipped in. I think you got to give it to Chase Knoll.
Yeah, Knoll, as he came in from the right side on after the steal by, hello.
Oh, there's steal by what? Tyler Burst turned the corner and scored.
Chase Knoll, Joan Hamron is the mother of Chase Cano, Harold Hammer, the legend of BHS. That's the grandpa.
Oh, nice.
You remember that family,
yeah,
TD?
Absolutely, yep. It's good lineage there. Nice takeaway there. The long arms of Anthony Doppler created the turnover. Century by 8. Yeah, a moment ago, you had the missed bunny by Erickson. Then you get a layup made by Knoll. Schaefer back to Doppler. Lane closes as Doppler goes driving in. It's a block.
Just a little late coming across from the weak side for help with Albers.
Just 5 team fouls on Legacy, so 3 fouls on Albers.
Well, one thing Legacy has done, they've played good defense.
Century gets it in to Burst. Cross screen for Erickson. Instead, they go far sideline. Schaefer reverses it to Burst. Oh, Burst attacking again. Shot faking, going up, short on the shot. Schaefer had a hand on a rebound. Knoll clears. Lacombe gets it up to Wetzel. Legacy down by 8. Has the pill with 2:25 to play in the game. Crossover, Kellogg going to his weak hand, missed the shot.
That's a force, sorry, Todd.
Yep, rebound, William Ware. Century by 8. Double team Erickson and got tangled up there.
That looked like a travel to me. I got to call a foul on that double team. I think on Wetzel, right? Yep, third personal foul on Wetzel. That's the 6th team foul for Legacy, so next one, Central will be in the bonus, and the Patriots have 7, so if they foul on the other side, or any side, I guess, for that matter.
Ooh, almost a turnover there as Burst did a nice job keeping possession. Then he had to get rid of it to avoid the 5 count. Doppler, post up Erickson. Double team and a takeaway. And it's secured. Well, I thought Erickson was going to foul out right there.
So did I. It's leaning down to try to steal that basketball after he got it stolen away from him.
Wetzel to Glenn. Legacy down by 8. Make a charge here. Kiefer Glenn attacking the big man, scoring with the left hand.
The patented Kiefer Glenn across the face of Erickson with the left hand.
Down to a 6-point game and a Legacy timeout, a Hubbard National Insurance timeout. You can call Hubbard National for all your personal and business insurance needs. BNC Bank scoreboard, it's Century 54, Legacy 48, the final 91 seconds when we come back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
At Prairie Rose Family Dentists, we treat our patients like family. We have 14 highly experienced dentists with incredibly caring dental teams. We have more locations, more services, and extended hours to make sure your dental needs get fulfilled, your questions get answered, and you have the comfortable and high-quality experience you deserve. Call us or visit our website to schedule an appointment today. Prairie Rose Family Dentists. We are family.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust,
Like our convenient online banking.
along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Hi, fans, be sure to follow us on your social media outlets, Facebook and Twitter. Find us online at psp.network. Make sure to stay updated on everything PSP and check out our local schedule. Under a minute and a half to play, Century by 6. Tyler Burst picks it up, comes way up top to Doppler. Now a screen and roll developing from the right wing. Schaefer behind the screen and roll. No. Rebound. Tipped by Kellogg, but it's cleared by Century. Now you're going to get a foul as Legacy got a stop, Chuck, but couldn't secure the defensive carom.
As a long shot as Schaefer came off a high pick and roll by Erickson, pulled up from about 22, and it was a long rebound, and they had Kellogg was down on the block everywhere he should be, and it went over the top of his head. So let's do some free throw shooting as Erickson is 28 for 41. He's 68% in the season.
Oh, big one there is 6'10" Ryan Erickson. Big front end of a bonus.
He's in double figures every game this year. His low game is 13, so got a ways to get to that, but
boy, clutch free throws though.
7 points now for Erickson. Yeah, those were nothing but net.
56-48. Now Erickson comes off.
And they don't want him to get him his 5th, I'm guessing. Although I'd take my chances this late in the game.
Yeah, 8-point lead. Lacombe, taken away. Tipped by Doppler again. And now William Ware attacking. Oh, that's going to be a goaltend. Oh, on the ground.
Okay, that was because that was a goaltend, TD, as the ball came off the backboard, and then Xander Elbers trailed to play, snapped it off the backboard, but good hustle by William Ware in the passing lane.
And Chuck, that's another on the play on the defensive end that goes unnoticed a little bit, but Anthony Doppler, another tipped basketball. He's got long arms and a knack for those late game turnovers.
You know, you start tracking the deflections, you know, you start looking at some statistics, and you don't talk a lot about but that's what that was. That was a deflection from Doppler. He doesn't get to steal, but he'll get a deflection. Now what?
Get a foul on Kellogg on a box out. So the free throw was good by William Ware.
So now what I'm missing is why are they going back the other way?
Because Ware's going to shoot the second piece of the bonus here, and then it's going to be another bonus free throw for Century. And then they'll bring everybody else back in because there was a foul on Kellogg on the first free throw, which Ware made.
Oh, so what you didn't want him to do is try to get the rebound on that one.
That's right.
So get him out of the way because we don't want anybody to be confused.
That's right.
So Ware missed.
He
made the first, made the second, so now he'll get a bonus again. Oh, no, it'll be Doppler with the bonus, huh?
Yeah, because he was the one that Kellogg fouled.
Aha.
So now Doppler buries a free throw.
You don't see that very often as on a box out, as Kellogg down below trying to box out Doppler.
1 of 2 for Anthony Doppler. Rebound ricocheted out of bounds, and it will be Legacy basketball. 10-point lead for the Patriots.
I always like that if you're official. You know what? Make a call and make it quick. Nobody questions those. If you look around to help, I mean.
Kellogg attacking. Couldn't finish it. Century looks like they're going to win. A hard-fought win for the Patriots tonight. They'll move to 9-1 as the Patriots just playing keep away. They got Ware. Oh, Burst had a layup, but he mishandled it out of bounds. Turnover Century.
A little bit of spin maybe on that one as Ware found the right guy he should have.
Jackson Kellogg, 24 seconds to play. Kellogg missed a bunny. Oh, he's kind of snake bit here late in the contest is Jackson Kellogg. Legacy doesn't look like they're going to foul. Century just have to burn this one out. And Trahan gets it to Doppler. Down to 15, down to 12. Schaefer with the ball on his hip. Down to 7, and the Patriots, as mentioned, are going to win their 9th game out of 10. 9-1 go the Century Patriots. Legacy falls to 5-5. Final score on your BNC Bank scoreboard: Century 58, Legacy 48. A hard-fought 10-point win for the Century Patriots tonight on the road. The Patriots get it done. We welcome you now to our Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors here to help you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com. Chuck Clairmont's made his way down the sidelines. Going to get a word with, looks like, head coach Darren Mattern. And also got a player interview as well. All right. Take it away, Chuck.
All right, thanks, Todd. You know when you play this Legacy team, you're in for a battle. You got that tonight. Those are games, Coach, you like those. You played hard, you played physical, but you come in with a win.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you go on the road in the WDA, Chuck, you know as well as I do, you got to be happy with the road win. But obviously, we got a long ways to go, and we got to find our identity. I mean, what kind of basketball team we're going to be? Because quite honestly, right now, I'm not sure.
Well, finding your identity, but winning games, finding your identity, holding a team to just 48 points, that says a lot. Defensively, you got an identity.
Well, I think defensively we're fine, but geez, offensively we're such a high-risk team. We turn the ball over way too much, and you know as well as I do, once you get down to tournament time, you got to be smart with the basketball. And right now, we're not doing a very good job in that area. And until we clean that up, we're going to have a hard time beating really, really good basketball teams.
You know, they threw a lot of stuff. Obviously, Erickson tonight, Ryan, they were not going to let him score. They double, triple teamed him, and it was really up to the rest of your offense to try to adjust.
Well, I think for the most part, Ryan's got to be able to handle that. And, he's got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. I mean, he's been playing since his freshman year, and, this is his third year of varsity, and we expect him to make good decisions out of the double. And, tonight I don't think we did a very good job across the board, like I said, taking care of the basketball. So that's going to be obviously something we're going to have to improve upon going ahead.
And, but for you as a coach, clearly the wins are the most important. I know it's early, but I'm almost through everybody now, the first round. Almost through everybody. What are your thoughts on your team so far?
Well, I think obviously you got to be happy when you're in the upper echelon of the league, and you know what it's like in this league. So, I think, I'm a big believer in improvement. Anytime you step on the floor, you got to improve. And, we got to get back to practice. First and foremost, we got to get guys healthy enough to practice. And we haven't had any continuity in practice, and it kind of showed with their sloppiness tonight in the game. And, when you lose days on the practice floor, it really hurts your basketball team.
Well, next week's going to be a big one on Tuesday. You're going to be taking on Minot, so they don't get any easier.
Well, that's just the way it is. And after almost 30 years, you just kind of learn to go with the flow, and we'll roll it out there Tuesday night and see what happens.
Good victory, Coach. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
All right, William, step in here, buddy. Great game for you, and, they call you the Swiss Army night. Now, if you seem to take, whether it's defense, offense, you do it. You brought a lot of energy tonight, and, you scored, I think, 9-10 points. But to me, you guarded Xander a lot tonight, which was a big task for you. He had 27 against Mandan. I'm guessing that was something in your head that you took it a challenge.
Oh, yeah. My coaches usually always ask me to guard those better players, the ones that are averaging into the 20s. So I kind of take a pride to get them to, in the 10s, even less than that.
It seemed to me, too, tonight that there was a lot of loose balls, a lot of second chance points, and you were always around them. I love your spacing. I love your energy. Talk about that.
My coaches in practice, they really try to pride me on getting those O boards and those second chance points for my team. Because when you get points like that, that's what wins you games, especially down in the stretch.
For you guys ranked number 1 early in the season, doesn't mean anything right now, but you got to have a lot of confidence almost getting through the first group of teams. Played almost everybody now. Bismarck High, tough loss, but you got to have confidence going into the second part of the season.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're really looking forward to that BHS one. I'll tell you that. We want revenge. We lost that one in our gym, so we're going to try to look forward to that, especially them and Minot. They're both very tough teams, so hopefully we can get those two.
So I'm going to guess Minot, you might be guarding Double D?
Oh, yeah, that's my guy. I played with him. I used to play back against him in elementary, the travel ball, middle school. He was on our AAU team this year and next year. It's going to be fun.
That'll be a good one next Tuesday. We'll be there.
Thank you.
All right, great game. Great job, William Ware, TD. Back up to you. We will be there at that one. I will be watching it. I won't be at it, but I'll be watching it from Denver, baby. Back up to you.
Yeah, well done. That's good. That's a tease. In the business, that's called a tease right there. When you got a big matchup next Tuesday, you'll have it on the PSP network. Minot comes to Century to take on the number 1 Century Patriots. Hard-earned victory tonight for Century as our planning team financial advisors post-game show rolls on from Legacy Gymnasium tonight. You heard there as our post-game interviews. You heard head coach Darren Mattern. He's always a perfectionist, Coach Mattern, and looking to improve and is never really satisfied. Even when his team wins a state championship, he's always looking ahead to what they can do better. As Century tonight wins 58-48 over the Legacy Sabres. You also heard from William Ware, who was instrumental in this victory tonight for Century. Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show rolls on. They're helping clients work towards financial freedom. Century wins by 10. We're back to wrap this one up after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoom, zoom?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance? If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics. Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
If your eyes could talk, they'd tell you life is better with LASIK. No more reaching for your glasses. No more dry eye from overwearing your contact lenses. Right now, Bismarck LASIK is offering free consultations for LASIK procedures. Break free from the daily hassles and expenses of glasses and contacts. Life is clearly better. Book your free consultation today with Bismarck LASIK and see the difference. Call 222-2020 or schedule online at bismarcklasik.com.
The best part about working at BNC.
Now we're back at We're back at Legacy High School. I get thrown off by the Sabre mascot here, seeing him out on center court there. I don't know if I've seen that mascot yet, but it's a good-looking mascot outfit for the Sabres. As Century wins the night, 58-48 on the home court of the Legacy Sabres. That's Hausler Gymnasium. As we're on our I just about said it again. The planning team, financial advisors, post-game show helping clients work towards financial freedom. Century moves to 9-1 in the season. Legacy falls to 5-5. Patriots win by 10. A few things to take care of here, including our player of the game, our move to the game to come. But first, let's run through the final numbers in this one as Century wins by 10.
Jackson Kellogg led the Legacy Sabres. The 6'1 junior, he had 14 points. Good hard game off the bench for him. 8 each for Chase Knoll and Xander Elbers. 7 for Kiefer Glenn, and he played a good effort tonight as he had 7 and Erickson had 7, so that was a good battle. Good job by Kiefer Glenn in his 7 points. 5 for Brett Lacombe and 3 each for Braden Widener and Landon Schatz for their total of 48. For the Century Patriots, it was Isaiah Schaefer, just short of his average, but he still had 20 points. He had 3 threes tonight at 6 or 8 points in the second half, 12 in the first half. Also in double figures was Anthony Doppler as he finished with 11. William Ware, a good all-around game for him as he had 9. 7 for Ryan Erickson, done just 2 field goals. He was 3 for 4 from the free throw line, including 2 big ones down the stretch. 6 for Tyler Burst. I liked his game tonight, and he finished the game too. So that's something as Burst, as they coach the confidence that Coach Mattern had in Tyler Burst is he had 6 points, but just it's more the defense and everything else that he does. 5 for Connor Trahan and a 3 and a 2 for their total of 58. It's 26-21 at halftime. The second half lead had ballooned up to 15 at 41-26, and then back came the Legacy Sabres, and the Sabres had cut the lead to 54-48, and then a couple good possessions defensively, forced turnovers, and then the free throws finished it off for the Patriots as they win tonight 58-48.
Century wins the slugfest, as we can tell you that we got a couple scores in on that BNC scoreboard update. First WDA girls action. Century in our game earlier today won 72-42. Right here, you watched it on the PSP network. And a thriller over in Jamestown tonight in WDA girls basketball has the Minot Majets winning on a half-court shot by Maggie Fricky. The Majets win over Jamestown 62-61. And then, of course, here Century wins by 10 in the boys' game. All right, Chuck, next thing up in our postgame is our move of the game, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. It can help you move across town or across the country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Move of the game tonight is?
We had a couple early ones on the Legacy side where some good finishes, some good and one opportunities. But to me, it was key moment of the game. About under a minute left, I think Century had that 6-point lead, and a great job, a deflection by Doppler. He tips the ball away. William Ware gets it. He goes in the transition. He gets fouled. He makes a free throw, and it really kind of set the tone for the last 30, 40 seconds of the game, and just another good defensive effort after that. So that combination of play from Doppler to William Ware was my Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game.
Yeah, defense sealed the deal, as did some late-game free throw shooting for Century tonight in a hard-fought win. There's your move of the game, where Jobbers focuses on the details of the moving process without ever losing sight of the big picture. A comprehensive set of proactive checks, double checks, and ongoing communications. Make sure your move is taken care of. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Our upcoming schedule looks like this. We will be on the air tomorrow night from Shiloh. We got Class B boys basketball. The Beulah Miners in town to take on the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. You can watch that live. We'll stream it on the PSP network, and we'll have boys basketball action tomorrow night as Williston will be at Minot. Saturday, we've got Dickinson at Minot in girls basketball, and then next Tuesday, couple good ones as Legacy is at Minot in boys hockey, and then we got a double header for you as the girls from Century will be at Minot and the boys from Minot will be at Century. So a little home and away contest for Century and Minot. We'll have the boys game from Century High School. That one should be a doozy. It'll be number 1 Century versus number 2 Minot. All right, Chuck, last thing we have to do here tonight to put a bow on this one is to bring you our Sport Clips MVP of the matchup. Sport Clips located on South 3rd Street in Bismarck, and tonight's MVP is?
Well, it surely could be William Ware, the effort that he played tonight that I think was just awesome, and Anthony Doppler had a great game. But to me, when you are talking about a time when scoring is at a minimum, a premium, I should say, and you score 58 points, and you got a guy, Isaiah Schaefer, who came up at big shot after big shot tonight, hit a big 3 late in the game, had 12 points in the first half, pretty much carried them, 12 of their 26 points. He was their offensive explosion or guy to go to, and then he hit a big 3 late, finished with 20 points. I just felt, to me, like he was the guy that really, on the offensive side, you want to give a defensive player of the game, obviously William Ware, not even a question. But to me, tonight, Isaiah Schaefer is our Sport Clips player of the game, finishes with 20 points, hit 3 threes tonight, and just played a great floor game, got the basketball to where he needed to. I'm sure he had 4 or 5 assists tonight, so he is our Sport Clips player of the game.
Yeah, and got himself to the free throw line.
Yeah.
In a close game, when you can do that and get some of those easy points from the charity stripe, yeah, congratulations, Isaiah Schaefer. He was a steadying influence tonight for the Century Patriots. He's your player of the game. He'll be the MVP when you go to Sport Clips for their MVP haircut experience. Sport Clips located on South 3rd Street, 411 South 3rd Street in Bismarck. All right, that'll put a wrap on our broadcast tonight. Say a big thanks to Planning Team Financial Advisors for bringing you our wall-to-wall post-game show, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors here to help you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com. Reminder, we're back on the air tomorrow night. Williston at Minot in boys basketball, and Beulah at Shiloh tomorrow night on the PSP network. Big thanks to all of our in-game sponsors, including BNC National Bank, Hub International Insurance, the Medicine Shop of Bismarck, Tires Plus of North Dakota, Chuppy Clinic of Bismarck, Planning Team Financial Advisors, Sport Clips, and Jobbers, all of our in-game sponsors. Sincerely appreciate all those folks. For our executive producer tonight, that was Nick Hallberg. For our camera operator, Will Weeda. For my partner, Chuck Clairmont, I'm Todd Domres. Repeating your final scores is it's a Century sweep tonight from Legacy. The Century girls win 72-42 in our opener, and the Patriots from Century win the boys contest 58-48 over the Legacy Sabres. Till tomorrow night, thanks for joining us, and so long from Legacy Gymnasium in Bismarck.
Comes back the way down to Oproot, and Oproot sends it forward to Luck. Luck's got a 2-on-1 into the zone. Luck dropped it back. Morellington shoots. Scores! Oh, what a twisted wrister from Morelli. He made no doubt about it. Short-handed goal for the Magi. They lead 2-0.
This broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Planning Team Financial, Sport Clips, Tires Plus, Bismarck LASIK, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, The Medicine Shop, Hub International Insurance, The Chuppy